price, great selection, great experience. That's what people expect today. What isn't expected is how hard we work after the sale to keep your business. Hard work, honesty, integrity, discipline, trust, character. These core values are why we grow every year and why we continue to acquire more dealerships. Experience the Schottenkirk way of doing business and come visit our new Ford dealership in Indianola.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
There's no doubt about it. Saving feels great. At Mid-American Energy, we love saving too. Saving the environment by supporting tree planting, which improves air quality. Saving money by investing in wind energy, which keeps rates low. And saving you energy by providing tips to help make your home more energy efficient. Which means you can take those savings and put your energy into having fun. Saving definitely feels great. So does being obsessively, relentlessly at your service. There's no...
Miss your hometown clothing store? The one that had it all? Everything to get the work done, all in one place? G&L Clothing is your hometown Iowa store. Stop in and see us. Or we're only a click or phone call away. Family owned for nearly a century. G&L Clothing. 1801 Ingersoll, Des Moines.
G&L Clothing. Your size, your style, we've got it all.
Hey everyone, this is Dan Holm with Ankeny Fanatic. Be sure to check out our website this fall for the best local high school sports coverage around. Whether you're a Hawk or a Jaguar, we'll be covering everything from cross country, man that dude is fast, to volleyball and everything in between. Well hey Kenna, welcome back. You don't want to miss any of the hard-hitting action. Come visit us at AnkenyFanatic.com.
There's really only one steak place that has the best steak. The most tender, most flavorful, mouth-watering steak. A place that makes the choice to serve you the best choice. Because we believe there really is no other choice. Hy-Vee Choice Reserve. Premium, hand-selected, 100% natural beef. Hy-Vee Choice Reserve. Because our choice is your best choice. There's really only one steak.
Turn this down. There we go. Hi. You see us and you hear us. Hello, everybody. Paul Yeager and Tim Halber along. Jeff Brooks will be along with you in just a couple of moments. It is high school football, late October, and every game counts. This year with the new playoff format, Tim, every game matters. But if you pencil it out just right, the Ankeny Hawks have an outside chance of making it into the playoffs. But as Coach Nelson will tell us in just a couple of minutes, you don't win tonight, next week doesn't matter.
They're on a one-game playoff schedule from here on out. If they keep winning, they still have a chance all the way up for 2 more weeks. And last weekend they got a big break. Dowling beat Sioux City East, kind of put them back in the playoff picture. They were tied for second in their district. They moved up to number 20 in the RPI. And you want to crack that top 16, there's been some movement. A lot of teams are playing each other now. They're ranked in the top 16. So you never know. This week it'll tell a lot to kind of see where the rankings come out, but they still have a chance.
The opponent tonight is Sioux City North. The Stars make the trip down. Pick whatever way you want to come, whether it's I-29 and then I-80. They make the long trip over. They have to come to the Metro next week as well. They'll have to play at Valley Stadium against Dowling Catholic. Tonight, they bring an offense that can score a lot of points. This is the stat that's going to get your attention. Sioux City North scored 81 points in one of their games this season, Tim. and lost.
Yes, that is hard to do. I thought it was a basketball game at the White. Is that at the the scores up? But no, it was a football game.
I've seen basketball games that aren't that high. For 2 games together, it was a 99-81 loss at Council Bluffs Thomas Jefferson back in week 2. This is a game where 3 receivers each had 3 touchdowns.
Amazing. And that's the coach talk. They are true RPO offense. They read it well. They got a senior quarterback. First year of playing quarterback, and he's kind of been a wide receiver, defensive back in the past. A good athlete. And he talks about the pre-read snap, and then they get a post-read snap to go out there. They like to use the running backs. They have one running back who's also their leading receiver. And so I think as Cobb goes, I think that's how the offense goes. We like to get the ball to the skill position players.
We're talking about number 3, Devonta Cobbs. He's the wide receiver. He's got 44 carries for 310 yards rushing, then receiving 44 catches, 755. 17.2 yards per catch, 1 touchdown there, or 10 touchdowns receiving. He is definitely a weapon. He is somebody that Coach Nelson talked about, as we know where he is on the field at all times.
Nice here. That's what the coach has told his defense to know where he's going to be on the field at the whole times. The whole key for Ankeny, I think, is kind of make when you get a read or this RPO offense, is that you're kind of make sure you stay in your lanes, that you are doing your assignments, because if you make a mistake, that opens a gap, and that's where their big plays come about.
Matt Hagan, the quarterback, is a senior, played wide receiver last year. He's going to look for Dante Hansen as well. They are missing Lillard, who was one of their other top receivers, so they're down a player there. They've gotten one back on the offensive line. For Ankeny, they've had a couple of injuries. Wes Folk likely back in the game tonight. Wes is a sophomore, one of those super sophomores that we've talked about all year. Missed most of last game, likely to be back in the lineup. But here's the way it worked out for you, Tim. You're able to find, if you're Ankeny, you're able to find Brody Brecht, you're able to find Cale Boyd, and oh, by the way, that guy that plays defense can play offense as well, in Ray J. Crawford.
Yes, we got to see him last week and kind of got some carries in that second half. It's kind of good to see him running the ball, a big running back from last year. So I was glad to see them kind of get a lot of weapons out there. And we talked last week before the game is that, could Ankeny kind of see the sophomores, they're on varsity for the first time, but that's where the talent is. Receivers and running back and quarterback, they all had good games. We kind of said the polish is off now. Now you're really a varsity player. They came out and made the big plays that led to a win last week.
All right, we are going to take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll talk with those coaches. We'll find out about what the Ankeny coaches are thinking or keys, as well as Sioux City North. And then, oh, by the way, we'll play some football around the top of the hour here. We are at Ankeny Stadium tonight. Sioux City North and Ankeny High coming your way here in just a matter of moments. You're watching high school football on CISN.TV.
Every month or so, there's another story in the media about when and how often we need to get our mammograms. It's kind of confusing. When this happens, I like to consult with experts. So I called Iowa Radiology. They recommend women get an annual mammogram starting at age 40. They know that it's the best way to detect cancers early and save lives. And that's good enough for me. Visit iowaradiology.com or call to schedule your mammogram. Iowa Radiology, our focus is your good health.
The other guys, they think they know what special means. At Godfather's Pizza, we do special, and we do it better. We add the T. There's a Godfather specialty pizza with your name on it. Classic combo, all meat combo, hot stuff, taco, yeah, even veggie and more. All of them piled high with the best toppings and 100% real cheese. Treat yourself special. Order specialty pizzas from Godfather's Pizza. The other guys, they think they know what's...
Hi, Ron here, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car's on the injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible. I know that. That's why you need to bring it here to Westside Auto Pros. I have a team of experts that can fix almost every automotive injury. Whether it's a fractured joint, a brake, or if your car just got its bell rung, no problem. We can even do a complete physical on your car to make sure it's game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get it back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging it back here. Let's move it, move it, move it.
Back at Ankeny High School as we get you ready for high school football. It is Ankeny and Sioux City North. Earlier we had a chance to talk to Rick Nelson, head coach of the Ankeny Hawks, and it's senior night. It's always a big night when you have the band and the cross country and those players as well.
All right, Coach, you come with all of a sudden fast. I don't know. All right, Coach, you come with, all of a sudden you got these seniors that are playing this last game at home. Where'd that season go?
Hell, it went fast. I don't know. It just flew. Seems like it should be June.
This is your group that you've had for this time. What's it mean tonight to have some of these guys playing that final time here?
Well, you know, when you've been around them for 3 years, obviously you build relationships, and so I want them to play good tonight and get a win and have fun, and because it is a night they'll remember. So my just biggest thing for them is just that all the kids, all the seniors play well, and they leave the field with a good feeling.
You told me earlier this week. I asked about. I had to ask you about the playoffs, but if you don't win tonight, it doesn't matter, right?
Right. Yeah. We'll. I think it's going to be nip and tuck anyway. So we got to win tonight, and we do that, and then we battle next week and see what they do with us.
All right. Standard stuff. What's it take to win tonight?
Well, we can't turn the ball over, and we got to stop their big play offense. They have a real good player, and he's gotten away from everybody. So we just got to stop their big plays, and then we need to hang on to football.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
That's Rick Nelson, head coach. But Mitch Moore, he's also trying to get his team to win. You know, they've scored a lot of points as the year has gone on.
All right, Coach, so you've got the game that everybody talks about across the state this year with all that high-scoring offense. How have you been able to put points and yards and all these stats together this year?
We have a dynamic group at our wide receiver core, an intelligent quarterback to give him the ball. It's easy when we have the way we run our offense. It's RPO style, so if you want to cover our pass, we have the ability offensive line-wise to run up inside. It's kind of pick your poison.
You got a couple of players that stand out on tape. You got that quarterback that you said high expectations for him. How has he met those? How has Hagan met those this year?
He's done a great job. We always, before we put something new or add anything, we ask him, is this too much? Can you handle this? He's a very high football IQ. He even comes to us with plays that he thinks may work or may not work. Very coachable. Always willing to learn, and he's got a handful of dynamic athletes to get the ball to.
What's Ankeny done that's gotten your attention on tape this week?
Their defense. They're very aggressive defensively. They got two defensive ends that love to fly upfield. We're just going to try to take advantage of that to our strengths.
And for you to win tonight, you got to do what?
Take care of the ball.
That's an easy one, right?
Yeah, I hope so, right?
All right, Coach, thank you.
All right, thank you.
It's head coach Mitch Moore. The starting lineups, the keys to the game, coming your way next on CISN.
You want to get stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community. You want to get stronger.
Building a strong community doesn't happen overnight. It takes a vision for the future, the ability to turn a challenge into a success, and individuals who inspire new generations of growth. Greater Des Moines has done a lot of growing over the years, and so have we. At Brick Gentry Law, your success is something that we create together. Thank you for making us a part of your community. Thank you for 50 years. Building a strong community.
Ankeny and Sioux City North coming your way in just a matter of minutes here on CISN.TV. Tonight's game brought to you by Mid-American Energy, but bringing you those keys to the game, Schottenkirk Chevrolet. And to bring those to you, Tim Hauber, what does Sioux City North, Tim, have to do to win tonight?
I think with that run-pass offense, kind of get, see if they can get Ankeny into a mistake and kind of take the attack to them and kind of get their big play guys into the game. That's kind of where they've done it. Score first. I think if they get the lead on them, that may be their key. And for Ankeny tonight? I think similar to last week, Ankeny had trouble with that stack 3-3 defense, and Sioux City comes in and kind of plays a 3-4, 4-3, a lot of gap rush defense, but if they can get their blocking scheme down, get that figured out, they may be able to gash them on the run play. That run game sets up their pass game. That's their key. All right, those are your keys to the game brought to you by Schottenkirk Chevrolet. And tonight, Sioux City North comes into the contest with a 2-5 record. And this is a look at their offense in your lineups, which are brought to you by Hy-Vee. Matt Hagan, the quarterback, 6'1", 170. Dante Hanson, the running back. Devontae Cobbs, the wide receiver, at 6'3", 180 pounds. Couple of receivers to watch. Cale Connor, 6', 155.
Caleb Crum, and Trenton Frericks. Up front, Garrett Neuendorp, Eric Davis, Elam Gaboga, Alex Miller, and Dwayne Castle. For the Ankeny Hawks and their defense, and their lineup brought to you by Hy-Vee. It is Logan Brown, a defensive end, Mello Gray, the nose tackle, Connor Rainey, Cooper Cox is a defensive back, and Nick Shirley and Jordan Cum. Your linebackers, Max Griffin, Ray J. Crawford, and Yeti Tawatia, and Brecken Manus. Hayes Gibson and Mo Watson are your safeties. As the Ankeny Hawks take to the field here at Ankeny Stadium for the final time in the regular season, would this be a place they maybe play Centennial in a playoff rematch? We'll see how that works out, but let's go find out what it's like on the field with the third member of our crew in our Shield Sideline Report. That's Jeff Brooks. A little drier tonight, Jeff.
Hey, sorry, Coach Nelson just walked up on me and Riley and my daughter to say hi. So, hey, Coach, how are you? Good luck tonight. So, yeah, no, it's weather's really good tonight. They're a little tardy coming onto the field here, you know. So we'll see how things get going. I expect them to have a good senior night and just really take control and see what happens tonight.
All right, so Jeff, last week it was dry at kickoff. Tonight, not so dry in the warm-ups. What is it like right now?
Well, tonight, the wind really laid down here. When the sun went down, it's a perfect night for football. The kids should be great conditions. There's temperature's nice. So it's a great night for football.
All right, thank you very much, Jeff Brooks. GNL Clothing weather report, 44 degrees. We're headed towards 36. The wind is out of the west-southwest at 4 miles an hour. Coming up at halftime, we're going to be talking about the Ankeny band. So if you like the band, if you're with the band, you come to watch the band. We're going to show you. We're going to talk about the band a little bit. They got a big weekend coming up here. And also at halftime, we'll be talking with head coach Rick Nelson and also Mitch Moore. Both of those guys will join us at our halftime. So as we flip the coin at midfield, as we get ready here, let me know some of these games. Ankeny will receive the opening kickoff. Other games tonight in District 1, Dowling is at Hoover, Sioux City East is at Lincoln, and then you have this contest. In 2, Centennial stays in town. They go to Drake Stadium to play at Roosevelt. Fort Dodge is at Sioux City West, and Marshalltown at Southeast Polk. Johnston's at Mason City in District 6. Ottumwa at Des Moines East, and Indianola is hosting Waukee. The other game on CISN.TV tonight is Ames at Valley. Pat Curtis and Keith Bornus with a call there. Council Bluffs Abe Lincoln at Des Moines North, and Urbandale at Council Bluffs Thomas Jefferson. Here tonight, Sioux City North and Ankeny. The Hawks in their all-yellow uniforms. They are 3-4 on the season. Started with losses against Centennial, Johnston, and Cedar Falls. Came back with the win against Roosevelt, a loss to Dowling, and then they put 2 in a row. Hoover and Lincoln. They'll play Sioux City North tonight and Sioux City East next week. Tim, we talked about those keys. So if you're Sioux City North, they talked about gaining respect, trying to say, people look past these Sioux City schools. Onside kick to start.
You're too close to the game. That's it. You're the gambler. I'll pull a Kurt Ferns, and we're going to kick it away.
Kick it away
yep.
and get your defense out of the field. So we'll see the Ankeny offense with Jace Bauer, Cale Boyd, Jordan Cum, Ray J. Crawford, Brody Breckquist, and Falk in those key positions as the all-yellow with Sioux City North in the red pants and the white jerseys. Red helmets with the stars in blue.
Watch them onside. You just gave we did that last week, and we call a play, and there'd be the kiss of death right there.
Well, they're already underway at Valley Stadium, so we're already behind the 8 ball, but that's okay. It's the way it goes sometimes. Our officiating crew tonight, as we get ready, Steve Waters, Eric Hansen, Wayne Marshall, Chris Andrews, and J.D. Schroeder will be on the field wearing the stripes. Set to kick it off for Sioux City North is their kicker, Christian Levariega. He'll line up. And we're underway. It's a short kick, not an onside, but it's taken at the 35. Spun around, still on his feet. And moving is Connor Niffnegger. He's down the right sideline. He could go all the way. He's at the 20, 10-5. Kickoff return for touchdown.
That's the way to start the game. Your offense loves you. Your defense loves you. Great run back. Number 12. He took that Mason Yeager, he took there, cut up the middle, spun around to his right, took it down the side, then basically outraced the kickoff team down that right sideline in for a score. That's a great way to get the crowd going to start the game.
Well, sometimes when you disrupt the flow and the way everybody's practiced, it could be the one that bounces, that drops and is picked up and run. It just messes up timing just a little bit. Hawks score first, 7-0. Back after this on CISN.TV.
Why do I look for the seal? It's about trust. Whether I'm buying a car, hiring a contractor, finding a tax preparer, or an honest mechanic, the Better Business Bureau's seal means this business meets high standards. When I see the seal, I know I'll get what I pay for. No more taking chances and no more worries. And I feel good about supporting local businesses. My life is so much easier knowing I can always trust BBB accredited businesses. It pays to look for the seal. See for yourself at bbb.org/Iowa. Why do I look for the seal? It's about trust. Whether I'm buying a car, hiring a contractor, finding a tax preparer, or...
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at Mid-American Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Well, if you don't tune in right away, you don't always get everything that happens in the contest. Connor Niffnegger takes the opening kickoff 65 yards and just about 5 yards off where Ankeny is going to tee it up. Hawks lead already 7-0, 12 ticks off the scoreboard. So not an onside, just a high upside kick. The left-footed kick is going to go high, deep, and at least we're going to see one offensive play in this first quarter as the Jake McCann kicks it deep, and that is a touchback. So, Jeff Brooks, I don't know what there really is to report other than he ran by pretty fast, right?
Yeah, I was talking to the folks down here on the sidelines when that was up in the air, and as soon as he caught it, I'm like, he could be gone. And sure enough, weaved his way in and out of traffic, and Hawks up 7-0.
He was gone when he got to midfield, Tim. I mean, he was already when he got that way. So now North will come out. They'll start it at their own 20. With this offense, run, pass, option. That's what RPO stands for. And Hagen drops the first snap. He goes head-to-head and goes nowhere as the tackle made by Brecken Manus. No gain for the quarterback, Matt Hagen. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And Manus throughout the season, latest I saw the tackle chart, he's leading the team in tackles, from the middle linebacker position.
44 on the season. He's a 6'1", 180-pound sophomore. A lot of folks love this sophomore class. They go up the middle with a handoff, and there is a whole lot of room for Dante Hansen. Hansen gets across the 40, penalty flag late, so it's going to go out at the 46, gain of 26 for now. I think you're going to add 15.
Yep, he got to the side there. He was veering off. As soon as he hit that white stripe, he kind of a little bit of shove. Not a hard hit, but they're going to call it every time. So got to stay under control. Don't give them free yards because they can, they're as explosive as they are. You want to kind of keep them under control.
Just because you're up 7-0 doesn't mean you lose focus. Just because the game starts on a weird thing. But that's something that can happen with kids. And I don't mean any kids. I'm not picking on anybody. I'm just saying that's sometimes what happens.
Yeah, you kind of get out of your rhythm there at the beginning of the game. You're expecting to go up 7-0 in 12 seconds. So, maintain a composure. Get your timing down. Defense.
The ball goes all the way to the 39-yard line on the penalties. So now Hagen from the gun, looks left, throws, caught by Cobbs. Cobbs escapes one tackler. He's at the 30, still on his feet. Gets down to about the 25-yard line. So a gain of 14 on the pass to Cobbs. And no huddle.
Definitely up-tempo offense.
Emptying out the backfield. Hagen looks downfield, throws the screen, and it's dropped. Intended for Cale Connor.
Shirley nearly had a free pick there because that was a late developing middle screen. he read it really well and kind of came off his hands, and Shirley had a hand on it for a second. That would have been a big turnover. So now 2nd and 10, they kind of catch your breath a little bit, see if that defense can kind of, pinch them down, kind of maintain their, get their rush on the quarterback.
7-0 early, just under 11 minutes to play in this first quarter. On the incomplete pass, the clock has stopped. Here comes Griffin on the blitz, and nearly picked off by Mello Gray.
He wanted that one. So here's a guy that we called many, many times throughout the games, and the coach said he's really playing at a high level. Max Griffin came in from that right outside linebacker, kind of blitzed up there, causing Hagen to get rid of the ball a little bit quicker than he wanted.
3rd down, so Hagen now 1 for 3 passing. 3rd and 10, 10:53 to play. Hagen to pass, throws it downfield. He's got a receiver coming back for it, getting it, and near the end zone. Touchdown! Sioux City North, Trenton Frericks with the 25-yard strike.
Yeah, big receiver. Got him at one-on-one out there. Delayed blitz came on there. Hagen just kind of dropped back and threw it up there for like a 50-50 ball. He got up there, caught it. Ferris caught it, touchdown. Sioux City came back. They're in the game. They came back to score, not flinched by that opening kickoff.
So now we're an extra point away from having a tie game. The kick is up, and it is good. 7-7 with 10:44 to play here at Ankeny Stadium.
This price, great selection, great experience. That's what people expect today. What isn't expected is how hard we work after the sale to keep your business. Hard work, honesty, integrity, discipline, trust, character. These core values are why we grow every year and why we continue to acquire more dealerships. Experience the Schottenkirk way of doing business and come visit our new Ford dealership in Indianola. Great price.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
25-yard touchdown pass, Hagen to Frericks, 7-7, 10:44. Tim, you know how last week we got home pretty early?
Yeah.
Yeah, not going to be the case tonight the way
No.
this game's unfolding.
Honey, leave the lights on. I'll be home
tomorrow.
Yep.
And again, a little shorter kick, again taken by Niffneger at the 29. He's got a seam. This time, though, he will not get past midfield. He'll only get to the 38. As making the tackle for Sioux City North is Hunter Kromenhoek. Jeff Brooks, that was a pretty well orchestrated drive by Sioux City North.
Yeah, it really was. They set themselves up on that drive with little screen passes, and then that back shoulder fade that they really ran a screen pass look, and then threw the back shoulder, and Ankeny didn't get pressure on that, and there it was, touchdown.
All right, Hawks come out with their offense. Jace Bauer at quarterback. Let's see who's next to him. It is Cale Boyd. They send Boyd in motion. They're going to go to that screen pass we haven't seen in a few games. Boyd gets by one tackle, gets near the 40. He is brought down by Cale Connor, one of those two-way players that Sioux City North has. Going to give it a gain of a yard to Boyd.
The entire defensive backfield are two-way players. They're also their receivers and their running backs. So we'll kind of see if later on in the game, if they start, showing a little wear and tear, playing two ways on a high-paced offense.
Breck to the left. They go Boyd up the gut, who gets through across near midfield, close to that first down. Hayden Waldman.
About a solid yard to go.
+8 for Boyd. Ball is at the 47-yard line. They go back to Boyd up the middle, puts his head down and runs. He's got the first down. Forward progress will get him right at midfield. Looks like also making the stop for Sioux City North is Eric Davis, sorry.
A good block in there. Boyd just goes there and follows his fullback Cheeto up the hole for that tough yard to get a first down.
Fresh set of downs for the Hawks. First play of the game, or second play of the game. Bauer goes deep. He's got a man wide open! Too far! Grant Moeller was there. He had his guy beat Cale Connor. Just a little more air. And I think Moeller's got his second big touchdown. I don't know if you had a chance to see Moeller's play again from the other angle, from the opposite end that was on ABC 5, part of Coach Bingham there at the Dome Dynasty. And that was a pretty play last week.
Yeah, he does. He's got some talent there. He just kind of saw the ball up and they kind of lit up a little bit, but he was wide open. Someone kind of missed assignment.
Second down, Boyd up the middle, takes a jersey pull across the 45 up to the 44, gain of 6 for Boyd. Tackle made by Hunter Kromenhoek. He is their main linebacker when you look at statistics. Hunter's got 34 tackles on the season. He's a 5'10", 180-pound senior. We're going to call his name a lot tonight. Boyd leaves the backfield. They pass it to him on that swing. Makes the catch, gets one seal, gets down that near sideline. He's at the 30, makes a cutback. It's there if he can just outrun him. 10-5, touchdown, Cale Boyd, 44 yards.
Nice cutback. He got there to the 20-yard line, cut it in. Then I couldn't tell who picked up the block there. I'm kind of watching it here on the screen, but there was a block that caught the cornerback, sprung him, made the last 15 yards. Good team play there. Nice explosive play from the offense. I think Boyd's ready to play.
Boyd is ready to play. He is a guy. We'll have a conversation about him after this. After on the next offensive series about it, how fast he is. In a story I'd heard in the week here, as Ankeny at the 8:39 mark are up 13-0, and McCann's extra point is up and good. 14-7 Hawks. This is CISN.
Out about it. Saving feels great. At Mid-American Energy, we love saving too. Saving the environment by supporting tree planting, which improves air quality. Saving money by investing in wind energy, which keeps rates low. And saving you energy by providing tips to help make your home more energy efficient. Which means you can take those savings and put your energy into having fun. Saving definitely feels great. So does being obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Miss your hometown clothing store? The one that had it all? Everything to get the work done, all in one place? G&L Clothing is your hometown Iowa store. Stop in and see us. Or we're only a click or phone call away. Family owned for nearly a century. G&L Clothing. 1801 Ingersoll, Des Moines.
G&L Clothing. Your size, your style, we've got it all.
In 3 minutes, 41 seconds, Tim Halber, we've had 21 points.
Yes, I was trying to do the math. If every score every minute and 10 seconds, 7 points, just kind of trying to figure out how many. Some are going to get like 300-point game.
Well, to get to 99-81, we're gonna have to score at a quick pace.
Pick it up a little bit here.
Defense is optional tonight. I don't know if you saw that on the invitation. Ankeny leads 14-7, 8:39 to play here. First quarter, Cale Boyd on a 44-yard touchdown pass from Jace Bauer, and the Hawks in control, but their defense had a little trouble on that last bit. Good offensive series by Sioux City North. We'll see what McCann's left-footed kick will do here, and he boots it. This one is going to be returnable. Taken at the 3-yard line is Cale Connor, and Connor is going to run, and then he is going to get spun down. And, Cox. Cooper Cox, the sophomore, another one of those sophomores in that class. But it's senior night, Jeff Brooks, down on our Shields Sign Report. Before I go to Jeff, gotta let you know, this game brought to you by Mid-American Energy, but Jeff's reports are brought to you by Shields. Jeff?
Hey, on that last touchdown, you asked who was the block on that. Brody Breck set up that block that got the cutback, score of a touchdown. We'll see if we can have an answer here. Ooh, jumped off sides. So we'll see if Sioux City can answer. They have some good skill position kids, so let's see what happens here.
But Jeff, if you look to your left where you're standing, there are not a lot of kids on that sideline.
Yeah, I was talking to Bing about that a little bit too. The roster's almost half of what Ankeny has here, and I don't know if that's a travel thing or if they just don't have the kids. What's going on there?
You got a lot of guys playing both ways. Jeff Brooks on the Shields sideline report. Keep being honest down there. We need him to do that. Look right, throw left. Catch made by Caleb Crum. And Caleb is going to get 2 yards after the penalty. Crawford the tackle. So Crum, the wide receiver, he's 5'10", 140-pound senior. As Coach Moore said, he goes, we've got a lot of talented receivers, and I absolutely agree with him on that. In fact, we haven't even seen much to Devontae Cobbs. Look for number 3. They go run. Chasing in behind was Peyton Terry was coming for... Trying to think of who ran that ball. The runner of that ball, sorry about that, was Dante Hansen. And it's enough for a first down up to the 28. 27. Stars. Look left, throw left. That is Cobbs. He catches it. And there's a penalty flag comes out far side. I tell you, the offenses that can execute, get that ball out to your receiver, Tim, they can really make a defensive coordinator not sleep for a week getting ready for a team like this.
Yeah, the quarterback does a nice read at the beginning. Hagen's up there, so if he's got the running back, in that case they had Cobb out there on the left side. If the linebacker or the corner's playing off, he just doesn't go down the field. He stops, turns, catches the ball at the line of scrimmage, and gets what he can. So that's how they're exploiting them based on how they line up. So now it's up to the defense to kind of, see if they can get those reads. Maybe give them a fake read to call him into or get him into a bad play.
Not sure how I marked this on my chart. This one goes back to the 21 on the penalty. It is a hold, 7.5 to play. 14-7, clock moving now. On the penalty, Hansen is behind Hagen for now. And that's going to be an illegal procedure because I happened to see Dwayne Castle move. He stood up and shuffled right, but Sioux City North is pointing at Ankeny, saying they moved.
The defense can move as long as you don't cross the line of scrimmage. I got a sense that the lineman there, 55, I think Castle's going to go out there and kind of do a hook block there.
From early on in the season, we didn't know much about Peyton Terry, but you always look at 74. We think it's 74 a lot of times. Yeah. It really is 34, Peyton Terry, that's been making a lot of stops. No penalty on the play. It still will be 1st and 15, 7-10. They go Hansen on the sweep. It's the option, and it's going to be out of bounds at the 30 to Hansen from Cobbs. So I think Rachi makes the tackle. I don't know how you mark a double pitch like that, other than I know the ball's now at the 32-yard line. And the glare is kind of hard to see, isn't it, Tim? And the
there's a field out there.
And it's a whole swung right. They're going to throw back to the left, a la the Hawks last week. Incomplete. Trenton Frericks thought he had it.
It bounced in there.
Look at that. That Tim, I'm sorry. The whole line was to the right of the hash, and they swung it back the left way. That was absolutely similar to what the Hawks did against Minnesota.
I'm sure the defensive coordinator's been watching game film like they're going to do this and do that, but one thing, you kind of make sure you get your reads. They run that unbalanced, and once again, they're doing the same thing on this side of the line.
The screen comes, and it's no good. Incomplete. Going Dante Hansen, just not able to pull that in. He also had a defender in his hip pocket. It'll be 4th down. incomplete
Good
pass.
discipline by the defense there. I think they know that when it's set up like that, they kind of read the lineman. A lot of times your linemen give it away on that center screen. They kind of give a kind of a fake or passing block. They're trying to set that up. Your defensive linemen and linebackers have good discipline. Thinking back there, they may get a pick here yet on that middle screen.
They're absolutely reading it. You're right, Tim. Stars go to punt and get it away. And it's short, and it's Matt Hagan was the punter on that one, and Max Griffin wanted no part of it. He left the area. Hold the phone. We have a penalty flag. I was going to say, they don't normally blow it dead like that. It's at the 48-yard line. Jeff Brooks isn't that far from it. Jeff, did you happen to see what that was?
Just some pushing and shoving.
All right.
There's nothing to it, I don't think. Maybe something got up in the face mask. But no, nothing to speak of.
Once in a while they call that if it's a block away from the play, they kind of want to eliminate that on the kickoffs in the kicking game.
It's a personal foul against Sioux City North. So now the Hawks will. The ball was downed at the 28, so we'll be up near the 40 here.
And that was a point of emphasis we talked at the very beginning of the season that they're going to look at any hits away from the kicking game. If you're not involved in the game, they're trying to avoid these blindside hits and take some of the injuries out of the game. So players will learn that in a hurry. So now it looks like ticky-tack, but it's best not to do it.
First possession for either team that did not result in points. Ankeny gets the punt. 6:30 to play, leading 14-7. Bauer moves Boyd to his left side. Bauer with time, throws downfield, caught, and then some. Still on his feet, moving. Weston Folk, welcome back to football. Tackle made inside the 30 at the 26.
Yeah, Coach mentioned he's going to be back in the game. And he's been lining up a tight end, and they've kind of really missed that tight end as part of the offense. He brings some size in there. Good to see the tight end play.
Folk, 6'3", 190, the sophomore.
And
I think the Hawks are going to have to burn a timeout because they had too many men when they broke the huddle. That would have been a penalty before any further. We'll take a quick 30 back after this. Hawks lead 14-7.
Please visit these businesses, and when you do, please thank them for their support. Acceleration Iowa.
Hey everyone, this is Dan Holm with Ankeny Fanatic. Be sure to check out our website this fall for the best local high school sports coverage around. Whether you're a Hawk or a Jaguar, we'll be covering everything from cross country, man that dude is fast, to volleyball and everything in between. Well hey Kenna, welcome back. You don't want to miss any of the hard-hitting action. Come visit us at AnkenyFanatic.com.
Welcome back to Ankeny Stadium. Hawks lead 14-7 on the timeout. Quick look at our statistics here. Bauer is 3 of 4 passing for 82 yards on the game, and so we'll see what he does on this one, Tim. Ankeny's been very comfortable to throw the football, and if that's what the defense gives you, you'll take it. They're bunched to the right. Bauer's just going to keep it. Like I said, Bauer's just going to run the ball, and he is going to find his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Hawks!
Well, we were doing it. It had been 2 minutes since we scored.
Well, that, and I'm saying they're going to throw the ball at will,
Yeah.
and then he runs it. Touchdown.
Good call. Like you talk about his passing game, and he runs 31 yards for a touchdown.
26 on the score for Bauer. So, hey, anything's possible tonight.
Nice read. The coaches must have seen something that the middle linebacker's vacating, watching the running back, because sometimes you can kind of pick up who they're keying. That's what happens. We talked about that gap defense. You can run the gap, but if one guy gets blocked, it opens wide open. There's a big hole.
The extra point is up and no good. Wide right. The score stays 20-7. This is CISN.
That has the best steak, the most tender, most flavorful, mouth-watering steak. A place that makes the choice to serve you the best choice, because we believe there really is no other choice. Hy-Vee Choice Reserve. Premium, hand-selected, 100% natural beef. Hy-Vee Choice Reserve, because our choice is your best choice.
Every month or so, there's another story in the media about when and how often we need to get our mammograms. It's kind of confusing. When this happens, I like to consult with experts. So I called Iowa Radiology. They recommend women get an annual mammogram starting at age 40. They know that it's the best way to detect cancers early and save lives. And that's good enough for me. Visit iowaradiology.com or call to schedule your mammogram. Iowa Radiology, our focus is your good health.
Ankeny is 3 for 3 on scoring on each one of their drives. They opened the game with a 65-yard touchdown kickoff return. Then it was a pass to Cale Boyd. And then it was a Jace Bauer 26-yard touchdown run right after I thought he was going to pass. 20-7, Hawks lead 6:01. As McCann tees it up, the left foot is short, and that one's getting close to getting out of bounds. Bounces at the 10, taken by Sioux City North at the 10, and then drilled back. There are 5 to 6 yellow jerseys flying through the air.
Ethan Norgard is down there on the kickoff. On the outside, kind of stopped his progress, and all his friends showed up to play, and they got him down there on the 14-yard line. So good coverage on the kickoff. Once you can score like that, you like to keep them pinned back, give them the long field to start their offensive drive.
This is Sioux City North's third drive, third offensive series. They scored in the first, punted in the last one, and now they come out. Hagan, next to him is Hansen. Griffin looks like he's coming hot on there, and he runs past the play. They go Hansen underneath. That's one thing Coach Moore said to us earlier this week, Tim. He says we're going to play past we're going to use that aggressiveness to our advantage. I believed he was talking about Max Griffin.
Yes, he's all over the field. He's got him lined up. He's on the right side, the left side. I think he's always looking to blitz. You never know which side he's going to come from. They can blitz their outside linebackers really well.
Gain of 2 for Hansen, second down. Hagan looks, throws, and I'll tell you what, that should have been an interception. Pass is made, or the catch is made by Cobbs. Ankeny's, let's see here. I think Connor Rainey, if he just puts his hand up, I don't know how it didn't hit him. He was right in the line of that, right?
He kind of got upfield too fast. He kind of sprinted back. Hagan has a nice quick release. He knows where his running backs and his receivers are, so he does release it out there quickly.
3rd and 3. They go out, left side, catch made at the 20, close to the first down. Think it's going to be a first down. Catch is made by Frericks, tackle by Manus. Manus the tackle. 5:11 to play, 20-7. Ball gets up to the 25-yard line, gain of 3. Stars they've got some offense. They really do. And now we have a whistle because we have a penalty flag.
Yep, might be in the defense. I think they encroached.
A little bit about Sioux City North on their passing this season. They are 124, 237 for 1,900 yards. Ankeny is 64 of 121 for 839 yards. Almost 1,100 more passing yards for Sioux City North than Ankeny. Quick pass out to Cobbs. He makes 1-man, 2-man. Ray J. Crawford finally brings him down, but not before a gain that's enough for a first down. It's north of the 40 to the 42.
Cobbs is quick out there. He's got a quick jet when he gets that ball. Takes it upfield fast. I see what they're trying to do is they kind of line them up. They get their linebackers covering some of these wideouts and trying to find the mismatch.
Cobbs is one that Coach Nelson absolutely wanted to make sure his defense knew where he was at. He's at the left side, top of the screen. They look left. Here comes some pressure from Rainey. Rainey's given chase, throws it downfield, and I tell you what, that was Hayes Gibson giving chase. Gibson knew not enough to hit his guy. The play was already out of bounds, but I know what Gibson was thinking.
Yeah.
INT, it's right to me.
Yeah, good play. Connor Rainey comes from his right end side, chasing him across the field. But he took a good pursuit, so the quarterback couldn't cut it up, and it turned it into running yards. So, good credit to him. That's a good pass defense, basically from the rushing end.
Valley leads Ames 17-0. They're in the second quarter at Valley Stadium tonight. The other game you can see, put us on CISN.tv. Watch us both at the same time. Play action. They go on the dump pass, and Griffin was there, and he got tangled up with Mo Watson. They both wanted the INT, but it was a
little underthrown.
What did Coach Nelson say? He says Griffin plays with his head on a swivel.
Yeah.
Apparently that's a good thing.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why
That's why he makes plays.
That's why he makes plays. On the CISN page earlier, it's on the Dome Dynasty page, and it's about Ankeny, and it was Mike Kaiser was one of the Ankeny junior football coaches as Hansen gets the handoff. He is drilled back. Let's see. Reese Pitts makes the stop. Gain of, that gets up to the 47. Mike was talking about you got to have your head on a swivel, and that's something that defensive players, basically what that means is just keep your eyes open, right?
Right.
Handoff. Oh, wow. Griffin, that wasn't nothing about. He made Dante Hansen look like a swivel or a bobblehead there. On fourth down, the Stars actually lose yardage, and the Hawks get it over on downs.
Good play there. He just basically had him, Hansen's out there trying to find the read, trying to find that little seam, and then kind of cut it up and just trying to get that quick 3 or 4 yards. Defense did a good job really keeping it pushed in back where the whole mess is, where the massive bodies are. Good stop there, creating a ball turns over on downs. That was a fourth down play that they didn't make.
So the Hawks will take over at the 49-yard line with 3:46. It's like an eternity in this quarter. Handoff right side on the jet sweep, and still running is Jordan Comm, and he's all the way to the 30-yard line before he's tackled by Cale Connor up to the 31. So
Jordan, the older guy in the group, he's a junior, getting some playing time. Good to see him back. Give him
Number
the ball.
14, Jordan Comm. Sorry, go ahead with the carry. Go ahead. Bauer rolls out, throws, dropped. And I don't have an 89. I've got Will Johnson as an 88. That's an 89, didn't it, Tim? Yeah, that's an 89, so I don't have an 89 on the roster. We'll try to track that
That'll
one down.
throw the defense off. That'll throw your scouting report off.
Yeah. All right, so the Hawks double stack on the left side, 3:23. Clock has stopped. They go out to Brecht. Brody Brecht on the reception. It's up to the 23. 8-yard gain.
It was 89. Looks like Sam Belding, the junior. 6'3", 207-pound junior on that play 2 plays ago.
3rd and 2, under 3 to play. Handoff Boyd. He's got the first down, still running. Gets to the 15. Tackle by Hayden Waldman. That'll move the chains, and that'll give us an opportunity to bring in Jeff Brooks after this play. He's on that far sideline. He's in my sights. I can see over there.
Yeah, I got a spy in here with me.
And you got a whistle to get your chance to talk.
Yeah,
How did you do that?
Well, I time things out right. Hey, Ankeny in this possession, it looks like they're just moving things at will. The offensive line really is doing a good job up front to clear things out. And like you said earlier, they can pass when they want to, but I think they're trying to set the run up a little bit on this drive and carry them out for the first half.
Penalty is against Ankeny. It's now 1st and 15. The ball goes back to the 21-yard line. And nice move. The crowd kind of liked it for Cale Boyd. Boyd gets back to about the original line of scrimmage. Maybe only 4.
So Coach Nelson's kind of using the tight end more. This is more we've seen him in the past, kind of getting out there, kind of creating that blocking in there, really kind of adding a little accent to the outside tackle to kind of get that running game going to the outside.
Maybe Coach Nelson was watching the Hawkeyes too with using all their tight end. Bauer hit as he throws towards the end zone. Draw! Almost.
Off the fingertips.
Off the fingertips of Brecht. He was falling backwards. And the thing is, though, Tim, he tipped that up in the air enough. Jordan Comm almost caught it on the rebound.
Yeah. Those are the forget. Hayden Waldman, the junior tackle, was kind of putting some pressure on Bauer to kind of release that a little bit higher than he wanted to.
Hard snap count. I think this has not been it's going to be against Sioux City North. This is not the way you expect a Week 8 game to play out. You kind of think teams are going to be a little more polished. So we've seen a lot of penalties so far. So it'll be 3rd and 6. That kind of helps the Hawks. 1:45 to play, first quarter. Boyd goes in motion. Bauer takes it, spins his way, and by golly, he's got the first down. He's inside the 5 to the 4.
Bauer very decisive in that run play. And I wonder if it's should ask the coach if that's kind of a pre-read snap. If he kind of sees where the linebacker, the safety's not in there, he's just going to call that play, calls over number and go up the middle. Because he's had a lot of success last couple of games running that play, that quarterback draw.
Well, and they did that same motion where they were putting Boyd like, oh, we're going to turn around and throw the ball to him, but then he just went right up the gut. You can run a lot of plays when you got something successful. They go Boyd, hops it over, and into the end zone. Touchdown. Cale Boyd. 4-yard score.
They had a second fullback in there, number 74. I think we know who that is. And he ran behind him as a smart running back would, and the result is a touchdown.
Yep, Sam Belding is 89. Thank you. See, they're listening down below, so we got somebody watching.
Yeah.
Dial up your phone so we can get a couple of extra stats. Tell your friends we need they can watch the replay. 89 is Belding.
Yep. Junior tight end, 6'3", 207.
The extra point is good. Hawks now up 27-7. This is CISN.TV.
Special means. At Godfather's Pizza, we do special, and we do it better. We add the T. There's a Godfather specialty pizza with your name on it. Classic combo, all meat combo, hot stuff, taco, yeah, even veggie and more. All of them piled high with the best toppings and 100% real cheese. Treat yourself special. Order specialty pizzas from Godfather's Pizza. The other guys,
Hi, Ron here, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car's on the injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible. I know that. That's why you need to bring it here to Westside Auto Pros. I have a team of experts that can fix almost every automotive injury. Whether it's a fractured joint, a brake, or if your car just got its bell rung, no problem. We can even do a complete physical on your car to make sure it's game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get it back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging it back here. Let's move it, move it, move it.
We have played nearly a full quarter in a lightning fast 40 minutes. This game, we might be playing this on Saturday night the way things are going here.
Well, it felt like 35.
Ankeny leads 27-7 after a Cale Boyd touchdown run. Taken by Sioux City North at the 10 and up across the 20 is the Stars. Cale Connor. Jeff Brooks is on the Shields sideline with this report. Jeff, anything new over there?
Yeah, no, I'm over here on the Sioux City sideline and just trying to get a feel for their vibe, and they still seem energetic. I really do like their skill position players, and coaches are still working hard to coach them up and see if they can't drive down and stick one in here. I think they're poised to do that.
Scored on their first possession, did the Stars, and it's been punt and then turnover on downs after that. Quarterback's going to keep it, run towards Jeff, and look to throw back, and then he's going to go out of bounds. Hagan had no chance, and he was being chased by Nick Shirley. And I think Hagan's going to lose. He's all the way back to the 19.
If they kind of had that, once again, that whole offside there, that the offensive line is lining up to the left of the center, which creates a challenge for the officials because you have to kind of figure out who's on the ball and who's not on the ball and who's eligible receiver when you start doing that.
Loss of 6, ball back at the 24. Not sure what Hagan was doing out of that. That was something didn't go right there. Hansen has a lead blocker, but he forgot. Ball comes out. Mello Gray picks it up. And oh my, I don't know if anybody wants to tackle Mello Gray. He just flat out took that ball away from Hansen.
I was trying to catch who got. We had the ball carrier in there first, kind of wrapped him up from behind. I think Mr. Max Griffin, we call his name again, had the running back from behind. Basically caused him to fumble. Carmelo came in and goes, "Thank you very much," took the ball and rumbled and stumbled for a few yards and got a carry.
Well, that's one interesting way to do it. So the Hawks are going to have a short field again. They'll get the ball at the 25-yard line where they will start. 55 seconds left in this first quarter. 2 backs behind Bauer, and they're going to play action. Go down the middle, wide open. This time, watching it into his hands for the touchdown is Brody Brecht.
Nice play action. Use Brecht's height. That's where that basketball, baseball star kind of comes in. He's got behind him to put the ball up there for him to go up there and make a nice grab. So, good to see him. We talked about earlier in the season that getting Brecht involved in the offense. He's one of those skill guys that he can have a breakout. So he's had a couple of good plays, blocking and catching the ball tonight.
Brody Brecht gets his name in the paper and mentioned here on CISN on the touchdown pass. The extra point is up and good. Hawks in control, 34-7. This is CISN.TV.
Faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community.
Doesn't happen overnight. It takes a vision for the future, the ability to turn a challenge into a success, and individuals who inspire new generations of growth. Greater Des Moines has done a lot of growing over the years, and so have we. At Brick Gentry Law, your success is something that we create together. Thank you for making us a part of your community. Thank you for 50 years.
Jace Bauer is 4 for 7 passing, 107 yards in just one quarter. And if you had longer fields, I think you'd have more stats, Tim Halber.
Yeah. He's passing the ball well. He's kind of hitting his receivers. He's looking better. We kind of saw him early in the season being a little, he didn't start the first game, but he's kind of come around, really developed into a nice quarterback.
This game brought to you by Mid-American Energy and, I took your pen. Our stat crew tonight. We're all working everything out. Good thing we got this on the last game of the season, or second to last game of the season, to get everybody worked out. So, the Stars will start at the 20-yard line with 49 seconds, trying to find their way, find that magic that they had that first drive. Wildcat, as Cobbs is just going to keep it, shields one blocker. Coming up and popping him once was Keen Valentine. A lot of contact on that play. No gain. So they go with the Wildcat with Cobbs. Let's see if they run that again. Nope, Hagan's back there at that position now next to him.
Receiver.
They're going to throw and dropped. Oh! And intended receiver was Trenton Frericks, and he's pulled down as they got legs turned up and incomplete. It'll be third down with 13 seconds.
Coach is rotating a lot of guys in and out. One, keeping his defense fresh. When you do that, you want to make sure that the reserves are coming in or picking up the same reads, in the defensive, scouting as the starters did.
Hagan. Go up the middle on the to Hunter Kromenhoek, and that'll be the last play of the first quarter. Ankeny in control, 34-7. This is high school football on CISN.TV.
Hi, Ron here, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car's on the injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible. I know that. That's why you need to bring it here to Westside Auto Pros. I have a team of experts that can fix almost every automotive injury. Whether it's a fractured joint, a brake, or if your car just got its bell rung, no problem. We can even do a complete physical on your car to make sure it's game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get it back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging it back here. Let's move it, move it, move it.
Want to get stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community.
Griffin returned a punt for a touchdown. Or has he returned a long punt?
No. Hi, we're on. Fourth down. Tim and I are just talking. We talk the same way on air. But Max Griffin is back to return the kick. Hagan stands inside his own 10, and that's nearly blocked. No chance here for Griffin to pick that up. And Tim, what I was looking at is I was looking at the lights, and I was noticing how the mist has picked up, and Jeff Brooks is looking at me going, what did I get myself into? I said one game. Jeff, I said one game, and here you are in the rain for the second straight week.
Yeah, this is a mist and not a rain. And I sent my helper to go get my Ziploc baggie because I thought there's no way there's going to be rain. Hey, on that last possession, give it to Mello Gray on that fumble recovery. He should have had the interception. He was upset with himself on that visibly down here on the field. He turned it around, got that recovery, Brecht over the top. See what they can do here in the second quarter.
Yet to see Ray J. Crawford get the ball, and you don't on that play either. It's Niffenegger, and he makes one guy miss. And the tackle is Kromenhoek. 5-yard gain for the Hawks on first down.
Good to see Niffenegger get some playing time, his skill position player on the outside.
And Connor gets it again. He's got the first down. He's into Sioux City territory, spins his way, still down the sideline. It took a couple of guys to bring him down. Cobb and Pearson had to combine on that. Cole Pearson, the 6', 170-pound junior. Ball up to the 41-yard line.
Kind of up-tempo by Ankeny on this drive.
18-yard gain, and then they go back. Ray J. Crawford, his first carry of the game, number 1, Ray J., and now Chido comes back in. And going out is Bauer. So it'll be 2nd and 6, 11-13, clock moving. That's the important part of this one, is it was a 40-minute first quarter on the real clock. Bauer looks left and then throws. It's caught and then dropped. Connor Niffenegger. That's going to be a loss on the play.
Yeah, had to reach down to kind of catch that off, just off the ground there. Didn't have a chance to kind of make any moves.
Cale Connor, the stop for Sioux City North. It'll be 3rd down and 9. Yeah, and I think almost like he double clutched. I don't know if there was a block that wasn't there or the read they didn't like. They'll review that one in tape. Crawford on the toss. Tries to get to the outside, and man, Ray J is ripped down. Johnny Little. Nothing little about Johnny, the linebacker, 5'7", 190. It'll be fourth down for the Hawks. Some different plays in that sequence.
You have to kind of go a little up-tempo, you know, kind of got Niffenegger involved in there, just couldn't quite. Yeah, still, they moved the ball, they got down to the 38-yard line, so it still created a shorter field in which to punt into.
McCann stands on the Ankeny side of the field. He's trying to pooch it, and he goes high, and it's going to be short, and it's going to take a north bounce at the 25-yard line as Cobbs had no chance to return that. So it moves the field a little bit at 9:38. So, Jeff, by the time your helper gets there, the mist had stopped.
It's all good. I just want to protect your equipment, not mine.
Well, last week, you know, we could really hear the rain hitting the bag of your microphone.
Yeah, it was coming down. Right at the end of the game, I'm like, man, I'm out. So, hey, here we are again. Sioux City really needs a drive here to get back on the board and make this a good competition.
They got two receivers left and right for Hansen, and he throws it down the sideline for the seam route. Cobbs was the intended receiver, Tim.
Yep, he was kind of, you know, the receiver kind of did a cut in, kind of did a post, and he was kind of looking for more of a, taking a sideline route, looking for basically not the same read there. So they're still a dangerous offense, even on the second long, third and long. You know, they have that passing ability they can pick up yards. They seem to have gone away from that middle screen. They had been picking it up quite a bit.
Hansen play action goes again, almost the same play, and Watson on the coverage. Cobb again, the intended receiver. Incomplete. It'll be third down with 9.5 to play here in the second quarter. Ankeny leads 34-7. Our other game, Valley and Ames, it's the Tigers 24 and the Little Cyclones nothing. They're in the second quarter. However, Ames is driving. They're in the red zone right now. Third down for the Stars. They've got three to the right. Here comes some pressure from Manus. Throwing downfield and nearly intercepted Mo Watson. Frericks, the intended receiver. And it'll be fourth down. 18 seconds go on that series of plays. 3 and out in 18 seconds.
We may see that a lot because when you get, you know, when you're behind the sticks like this and you got to pass the ball and you get incompletions because they're completing like 1 every 3 passes, it's going to make that clock move a lot smaller here, you know, until halftime.
The band is just kind of sitting there saying, we just want to go play. Ankeny again comes after the punt of Hagens, and going to a knee to get it is Max Griffin at the 47-yard line. Jeff, we are to the point we could just leave your microphone up because we do just need to go with you. You got a couple people there with you, don't you?
Yeah, hey, I got my daughter Olivia here with me and Riley McCoy, both Hawks, graduated and on to college and doing their thing there. So, yep, they've been helping me out tonight.
Riley knows his way around the football field.
Riley did. Riley played football his senior year. He's shaking his head at me right now. He was he decided to go out his senior year, give it a shot, and he did well. He played a lot his senior year.
Bauer with a lot of time. Now the clock expires, and he goes forward into Sioux City territory. Trip up is made by Kromenhoek.
Yeah, looking for something deep. You know, I was looking down the left side there. Kind of, he had a lot of time. Good read. You know, that mental clock is ticking. Goes, okay, the rush is coming. Took off. Got a positive. Must have caught a knee down there. So only picked up 3 in the play.
Bauer goes under center on second down. They give it to Boyd, and Boyd finds a seam, hits the afterburners, and gets to the 30-yard line. Gain of 21 for Cale Boyd.
Nice blocking up front. That line, you know, as Jeff has mentioned, they've done a good job up there, just kind of opening up some holes. You know, the Miller, Steffen, and Young, and that they kind of figured out how that gap defense is working, and they get their blocks.
First down and 10, 8:33 to play, and we have a whistle. And it's offside against Sioux City North. The top 10 through BC More, a website, if you ever kind of want to look at some, it's computers and I think some human input to kind of get their top 10. Right now they've got Dowling Valley Centennial, Cedar Falls, and Iowa City West as their top 5. BC More still puts Ankeny at number 13 on their list. Hawks tonight proving that computer right as the Hawks are rolling 34-7. And they're looking to add to it. Bauer with time, throws downfield, and it's no catch. But I'll tell you what, Niffneger has a good case that he might have caught that with his foot. Connor went down to the ground at near the goal line, and that thing tipped up. All right, Jeff Brooks, that's right in front of you. Catch? No catch.
Yeah, I never like to go against officials because I think they have a hard job. He caught that ball.
Oh, boy.
Very politically correct there.
Our Shield sideline report. Well, I've talked to Jeff about umpires for years. Boyd, the handoff. Look at Cale Boyd go. Cale Boyd pops the ball out. Fumble and then recovered by the Hawks. Boyd was inside the 10, and that thing shot out like a rocket.
Dante Hansen came in there, lowered her shoulder, and that thing looked like he was throwing it backwards. And somehow Ankeny retains possession.
I don't think it was Boyd trying to celebrate or like put the ball out.
No.
It just was a.
Sam Belding caught it.
Sam Belding with the recovery because it was Boyd on the. Sam Belding. We've got these are the folks, Tim, that were in the umbrella last week. Underneath, and now they can hear us this week.
We have they're unofficial spotters.
They are. They must have the window. They have the windows down there open. Yeah, they must have. Hawks have the ball inside the 10. Bauer looks to the right. Now he's going to run, throw back of the end zone. Caught. Touchdown. Touchdown, Ankeny Hawks. And you get a touchdown, Grant Moeller.
Good catch there because Grant was pretty well covered there in the corner of the end zone. Went up there, basically just grabbed the ball. You know, the 50-50 ball like that. It's a nice job there. So Bauer's having a nice game. I'd like to see his statistics there to see how he's kind of finishing out this first half.
McCann's extra point is up, and good. Hawks now in control, 41-7, 7.5 to play. This is CISN.
Honest Mechanic. The Better Business Bureau seal means this business meets high standards. When I see the seal, I know I'll get what I pay for. No more taking chances and no more worries. And I feel good about supporting local businesses. My life is so much easier knowing I can always trust BBB accredited businesses. It pays to look for the seal. See for yourself at bbb.org/Iowa. Why do I look for?
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at MidAmerican Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Five different Ankeny receivers have scored a touchdown tonight, or have scored, have at least one ball thrown to them and a catch. So if you can't run the ball, I'm not saying that Ankeny can't run the ball. They're just choosing to throw the ball tonight. They're working on the passing game, and things are working tonight. Hawks in control, 41-7. This game brought to you by MidAmerican Energy, and this kickoff is going to bounce. I think Boyd didn't know where he was at. I'll tell you what, yeah, I think Cale Connor, number 19, he thought he was at the goal line. He let that thing bounce. That's a live football. So the Stars will open their possession
the 15.
At the 15.
Looked like a Phil Mickelson wedge into the green. You know, I kind of sit there and stopped and kind of checked up, and he goes, uh-oh, that's the 10-yard line, not the goal line.
7 seconds went off the clock in that one. 41-7 Hawks. Hagen comes out. Handoff, a nice cutback there by Hunter Cromanhook, the senior.
Yeah, really zipped the clutches of Mello Gray there, turned it back in. The linebackers kind of cleaned up the rest of it. So we haven't seen them run the ball too much. That they may want to kind of get their offensive rhythm back by kind of getting some running plays in here, get some positive yards, make a shorter passing downs.
Second down, 6 to go, 6:52 to play. Play action. Hagen goes far sideline, caught by Connor. Question is, was he in or out of bounds?
He was in.
He was in. Nice catch. Far sideline.
That's a tough pass to throw there. You know, you're throwing it over the corner in front of the safety. You couldn't like dropping it into a bucket. It's a perfect throw there. So that's one of the better, deep routes that they ran. They tried to run that twice the series before, so they might go back to it again yet this drive.
First down up to the 39-yard line. 6:44 to go. Oh, nice run up the middle and then a missed tackle. That's Cromanhook. As the rain still remains at that missed level, 9-yard pickup for number 2. Clock moving on second down. Again, Cromanhook, first down. And 5 Hawks have to bring him down. Last one off the pile. Yeti Taua-Atia. Haven't said Yeti tonight. And another first down. So the Stars getting some confidence here. Good drive. Jeff kind of talked about that. Handoff again up the middle. Mello Gray and Taua-Atia bring down Cromanhook.
You definitely see that Hagen's up there looking over the defense, kind of doing a check, doing a read. They're seeing something that they're trying to get the running game, either get the clock running, but also kind of give them, trying to find a passing play that's a little bit shorter than a 3rd and 10, can try to get to 3rd and 6.
Because now you could throw the football, because Ankeny's going to have to respect that run. Across the middle, incomplete. See, they hadn't gone to Cobb's in 2 or 3 plays, and so you're like, did they forget about him? Did they forget about him? And that's a tough thing.
He was open. He kind of had that little, that's, they call it like the skinny post. He kind of goes along the hash marks and cuts in, so he kind of cuts in front. Definitely a timing route disrupted. So now they have this 3rd and 7 to see what they do, if they kind of have something exotic, if they want to go back to that right sideline route they had before.
Hagen. Screen. They get it to Hansen, and he's brought down by Cox.
Cox played that really well. He kind of stayed up there, stayed home, took his read, came up there, broke down, didn't try to overextend the play, and made the tackle. So that was a big play there. Only kept it for a couple yard gain, so a good play by Cooper Cox. Another sophomore.
Another sophomore. That's what, when folks outside of the of this team talk to me, they want to know about this sophomore group. 4th down, handoff. Hansen has the carry but does not have the first down as the Hawks make a stop on 4th down with Cale Crimmins and also Connor Rainey. Jeff Brooks, you'll be chasing down Rick Nelson here at halftime. Someday we'll get to him, right, Jeff?
Yeah, I looked up and I'm like, why is the clock not running? I forgot about that missed extra point. Yeah, Coach Nelson, I see him over on the sidelines now. I'm on the Ankeny side, pacing back and forth. I think he wants a little more effort and energy out of the boys. It seems a little flat on the sidelines right now.
Well, when you're up 41-7, it's kind of hard to keep your focus, but that's what you got to be able to do. Bauer, here comes the pressure. He steps up, throws it downfield. He's got Brecht. And incomplete. Cobbs on the coverage.
A good play by Cobbs. He kind of got up there. Just as soon as his hands got on the ball, Brecht's hands got on the ball, he made a play. Nice play by Bauer. He felt the pressure from the back, stepped up the pocket, and then they got the ball downfield, not giving up a sack.
And yes, we really are in the second quarter. Handoff, Boyd, I believe. Yeah, 1-5.
Number 15, Caleb Boyd on the carry.
Boyd gets 4.
There's Young and Smith and Stephan in there on that side of the line, just leaning forward, really just making the pile move about 4 yards.
Ankeny looks to the sideline. Under 4 minutes now. Handoff is Boyd. He's down that right sideline, puts his shoulder down, tiptoes down the sideline, as my old coworker Mike Newell used to say, disco dancing down the sideline. Because, that's the thing you said in the 70s and 80s. Yes. Not in the 2000s, Mike. 3:48. Clock stops the first down. It'll start once they get things set. On the snap at the 36. Hawks looking to pass. Time is there. The route is there, Brecht, and it's incomplete again on coverage. That was Cale Connor. He's got 3 INTs in the game.
Bauer's getting the time. The line's doing a good job there. He's back there. He's able to set his feet. Look, those are deep routes that take longer to run, so he's getting his time to pass.
3:40 to play, second quarter. Catch made by, Jordan Comm made it, but man, he had a really good tackle and slow to get up, who I think did a lot of that tackling, was Hayden Waldman. Kind of wrestled him down there. And the band is warming up. They're just playing to give them something to do. They haven't had a touchdown in a while. They can't play the fight song every time, can they, Tim?
No.
We'll talk with Jennifer Williams at halftime. And incomplete, intended for Moeller.
Just a tad outside.
And it also would have been short of the first down. So now the Hawks on 4th down.
Well, the ball's on the 33-yard line, so you're kind of that tweener. You don't have that 32-yard punt in there. So this is a good time with 2:59 to go for it see if they can get the first down.
Because the last time he tried to punt it, it only went about 10 yards. So Boyd is next to Bauer. Bauer looks left, has the time, throws, and then dropped. Incomplete. Would have been a first down, but just dropped there by Brecht, the sophomore. And the Hawks will turn it over on downs at 2:55. 41-7 here on CISN. Paul Yeager, Tim Halber, Jeff Brooks on the Shield sideline. And Jeff, I don't think that helped Coach's philosophy there. I think he's going to think they're still flat.
Yeah, no, I agree. They got to pick it up a little bit, the intensity, and maybe maintain that. Just some drops, like not fully concentrating when the ball's getting to them. Catch it with your hands, not your body, type of thing. So we'll see if they make that adjustment at halftime.
Stars come out with it in their road white uniforms. Excuse me. Here comes some pressure. They go down the middle, and then that's dropped. Devonta Cobbs.
Yes, and that was a nicely thrown ball. It hit him right in the hands. He started running with it as he caught it, and then the ball just kind of came back out. Just a little bit of concentration there on Cobbs. But he was wide open. That's that skinny post. He's taking about 10 yards down and cutting in, and he's finding some room there behind the linebackers and in front of the safeties.
Second down, 2:50 to play here in the second quarter. Hagan throws, caught, first down. Dante Hansen went down to the turf to get it, sacrificed, gain of 15, now 14 up to the 47-yard line.
Ankeny's in a bit of a kind of a prevent defense. The safeties are playing back a little bit, creating that little gap between the corner and the safety. You kind of drop it in that sideline route if you get it out quick.
Handoff. They go back, and offense is a little more open. Cromanhook the carry, Manus the tackle.
Okay, that's the beauty of this, RPO offense. You go up there, look, see what the defense is doing, go with the run or pass, and now they're kind of having some success. But they're kind of stalled on these drives, so they get incomplete. So see the defense kind of tighten up a little bit.
2nd and 5. Now running for his life is Hagan. Throws it and caught by Cobbs. Wow! How did he catch that to get this for 1 yard? All that work for one. Go back and watch that one. Make a gif of that.
I think Hagan was back there somewhere on the 45-yard line when he finally caught it. The ball was caught at the 40.
And I thought
it was going to be picked off.
Well, and I think Crawford, Ray J maybe could have been called for interference on that play. He bumped the receiver before he caught the ball. 3rd down and 5. 1:26 to play, second quarter. Hagan throws to Cobbs, caught. Cox is there, and so is Terry. Ball at the 43. It'll be 4th. They go back a yard, so it'll be 4th and 5. So the Stars have to get to the 37.
The second nice play that Cooper's made there on the corner, because you're on the island out there, and they tried to run you off. They kind of throw in front of you, and he's got to get up there and make a good tackle. Because if he misses the tackle, they get a first down. So good play.
Ankeny takes a timeout, preserves some clock. 49.8. We'll step away. This is CISM.
Great selection, great experience. That's what people expect today. What isn't expected is how hard we work after the sale to keep your business. Hard work, honesty, integrity, discipline, trust, character. These core values are why we grow every year and why we continue to acquire more dealerships. Experience the Schottenkirk way of doing business and come visit our new Ford dealership in Indianola.
Great. Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
Welcome back. Ankeny in control of this one, 41-7. Hawks take a timeout. It's 4th down for Sioux City North. They've thrown the ball 24 times already here in the first half.
I'm guessing the 25th is coming up.
Hagan steps back, running the screen, and the receiver fell down. Hansen, I saw a helmet go down. No chance for that, and the Hawks will take it over on downs. 46.5 seconds.
This Peyton Terry, we've been seeing a lot more of him the last few weeks, and he does a nice job when he comes in there. He kind of put the rush on. The quarterback can't get, he's backpedaling, so when you throw the ball, that really kind of takes a lot of velocity off and really disrupts that that middle screen. We hadn't seen it in a while, but it was well covered by the defense. I think even if there was a catch, I doubt if there would have been a first down.
A lot of smiles on the Ankeny D on the side. Now the offense trying to make that timeout count as Bauer tripped over his offensive lineman there. He just couldn't quite get away from Jacob Bear. Hawks hurry it up, 35 seconds to go. Ball is right in front of me at the 45. Bauer with time to the left, flush to the right, throws, caught. Down the sideline is Connor Niffenegger. 21 seconds to go before half. Ball at the 38.
Good practice for your 2-minute offense. You kind of get a quick drive there because the bullets are flying. It's live. It's good to see how your offense is going to react.
What plays work? Got to get out of bounds. And we have a whistle before the snap. Timeout, I believe. Sioux City North. 20 seconds till half. This is CISM.
There's no doubt about it. Saving feels great. At Mid-American Energy, we love saving too. Saving the environment by supporting tree planting, which improves air quality. Saving money by investing in wind energy, which keeps rates low. And saving you energy by providing tips to help make your home more energy efficient. Which means you can take those savings and put your energy into having fun. Saving definitely feels great. So does being obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Miss your hometown clothing store? The one that had it all? Everything to get the work done, all in one place? G&L Clothing is your hometown Iowa store. Stop in and see us. Or we're only a click or phone call away. Family owned for nearly a century. G&L Clothing. 1801 Ingersoll, Des Moines.
G&L Clothing. Your size, your style, we've got it all.
Bauer throws towards the end zone. He's got a man. He's got Breck. Breck pushes off and just can't quite get enough separation to get good hands on that. Incomplete. Clock will stop at 16.4. It'll bring up third down.
Bumped pretty good. I was kind of surprised there wasn't a flag on that because he was going up for the ball, so kind of letting him play out there. But still, a lot of time you can at least get 2 plays in here. You could get a third if you want to do something short, hit a sideline route.
Brecht has now had 5 passes thrown his way that he's not been able to bring in. Going across the seam is there, and then, that was dropped. Jordan had it right there. And, no, I take that back. That was Jordan. I got numbers goofed up there. That was the slant. I tell you, I don't think he wanted to catch it because there was a defender coming right there.
You'd like to see them get a quick, you can go over the middle, get a pass. The clock will stop if they get a first down. If not, you may want to try and see if your field goal team can get out there and get a kick in. So that's always, it's good to kind of get that drill done if you can in a game.
Be about a 53-yard field goal if you don't get another yard. Bauer throws towards the end zone, and it's going to be intercepted by Sioux City North inside the 5. And picking it off is Dante Hansen. That's one way to pin him back in the final 5. So North, I'm guessing, will take a knee. Only had 1 touchdown here.
I think they'll probably hand off to see if they can kind of get something on the outside. If it breaks, it might.
Hawks go to preventing defense as they put 3 backs at the 30. Keep everything in front of you. Yeah, North's not going to take a knee. We didn't come all this way to take a knee. But they go to Croman-Merrick. And that'll be Croman-Hook. Jeff Brooks dressed the same as the team that he's covering tonight. As Coach Nelson makes his way to the sideline, he now makes his way to Jeff Brooks, where the two of them will have a conversation on the Shield Sideline Report. Hawks in control, Jeff Brooks.
Yeah, hey, I'm down here with Coach Nelson. Coach, really, you got off to a good lead, and things are really going your way. Sustaining that, though, in the second quarter seemed to be a little struggle for the boys in that momentum. So
we can't catch. That's kind of the fundamentals of football.
Yeah, I was.
We drops or we underthrow. I mean, it's hard to watch right now.
So when you go in, what's your message then for the boys at halftime to try to pick them back up?
How about we execute? Let's try that, see if it works.
Defensively, you're playing really well.
They're very nervous about this team because they throw it a lot. You know, they run trap RPOs all the time, and that number 3 is a really good player. So I'm really happy with our defense. You know, they got us a few times on just jumping off sides, and then gave them, you know, they were ahead of the chains. But defense is playing well, and the offense did some great things. We just, you know, to win games, you're going to have to be able to throw the football when you have to throw it, and that's where we're struggling just a little bit right now.
All right, Coach, I'll let you get in with them. I appreciate your time.
Yep.
All right, Jeff Brooks on the Shield Sideline Report with head coach Rick Nelson. We are at halftime. Ankeny in control, 41-7. We're going to show you the band, talk about the band, and learn a little bit more about a big day coming up here at Ankeny Stadium. We are at halftime. Back after this on CISM.
Price, great selection, great experience. That's what people expect today. What isn't expected is how hard we work after the sale to keep your business. Hard work, honesty, integrity, discipline, trust, character. These core values are why we grow every year and why we continue to acquire more dealerships. Experience the Schottenkirk way of doing business and come visit our new Ford dealership in Indianola.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
No doubt about it, saving feels great. At Mid-American Energy, we love saving too. Saving the environment by supporting tree planting, which improves air quality. Saving money by investing in wind energy, which keeps rates low. And saving you energy by providing tips to help make your home more energy efficient. Which means you can take those savings and put your energy into having fun. Saving definitely feels great. So does being obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Miss your hometown clothing store? The one that had it all? Everything to get the work done, all in one place? G&L Clothing is your hometown Iowa store. Stop in and see us. Or we're only a click or phone call away. Family owned for nearly a century. G&L Clothing. 1801 Ingersoll, Des Moines.
G&L Clothing. Your size, your style, we've got it all.
Back at halftime, Paul Yeager and Jennifer Williams with the Ankeny High School Band. And Jennifer, this is a spot, you are in the press box usually in this area, so seeing the performance from this area. But what are we going to see? What's the name of the show this year?
The show this year is called Boxed In. It's the music of Johann Sebastian Bach, and then it does obviously a play on the box theme. So you can see that the band is set up in a box, and then we've got the 5 different colored boxes out on the field.
And we've got the microphones working from the box. I know that was a thing earlier. I was talking to Mr. Poppin this year, and that's part of what marching band has changed a little bit, where the solos are mic'd a little bit, and you're featuring different players instead of it just being who's the loudest that you can hear in the stadium.
Exactly. Electronics has become a new big thing to worry about with marching band, and every place we go to play is different. So I think we finally got it figured out. I hope I didn't just jinx it.
We're in a tight formation, and now we've expanded, so not many people are playing right now.
Correct, but you're going to get a big sound here shortly. Big impact from the flags.
How many color guard members here? I know you've got you want to give me some numbers there? How many on flags?
We have 30 color guard this year, the biggest we've had all season, and total in the band we've got 250 this year.
And that's 912?
912, yep. So you can see we've gone with the green theme with the matches the green box, and now we'll start to transition over towards the pink box in the middle of the field. So it kind of plays on the boxes theme as we go.
Now, I know a couple of band directors. and I always ask them, where does your idea come from? Who helped come up with this idea this year?
Well, we're really blessed with an awesome band staff and color guard staff, and we all kind of just listened to the show and went, hey, this could be a really cool theme. So, and music of Johann Sebastian Bach is just great music. So this arrangement by Frank Sullivan lends for a great marching band show that's been very successful for us this fall.
And we're featuring the woodwinds here, I think, or the flutes, and I see some
Yep.
clarinets out there.
And saxophones are playing too, and then you've got the rifle line in the middle of that too.
Lots of movement, and it takes a lot to get everybody synced up on the right page and moving. I'm always amazed to watch how you're able to do this year in and year out.
Yeah, these kids work really hard to make all these movements happen. They're all out there counting and playing and moving their feet at the same time. It's a lot of coordination, a lot of thinking.
And now one drum major goes down and another one comes up. You really have everything. Who just went down and who just came up?
Well, that was Lauren Walters. She's a junior. And now Evan Lyons has just come up to the podium to conduct our ballad, which features the blue box area. So you see a lot of blue colors on the field. We've got two other commanders, Kate Heine and Corinne Beltram. So all four of those drum majors each get a movement to conduct. And there's actually one backfield right now, too, because the band is facing backfield. So we could just have a different look and a different sound for the band.
And they set their instruments to the side. It's not like that's all I do is conduct.
No, they play the show, and I'll go out and march just like everybody else.
All right. Let's listen to the solo. Sorry. Now, does this show change as the year evolves? We're usually doing interviews at halftime. I don't get to watch as much. Is this the same show we saw in the first week of the season, or how does it evolve, and how do you get to try to expand it as the season goes on?
We try to add something in every time we go throughout the season. So the show you saw at the first football game, the second day of school, is very different than the show you're seeing tonight. Obviously, we've gotten better at marching. We've been out marching more. We've been playing the music a lot more. There'll be some new stuff that this home crowd hasn't seen at all until tonight in the fourth movement with some more pink boxes on the field. So we're just constantly working to change the show and make it more interesting and more impactful.
And you do a lot of playing, not just – we'll get to the practice in a minute. The performance is big show tomorrow, big day tomorrow for Ankeny Band. Where have you been here in the last few weeks for performances?
We opened up the competitive season at Johnston the third week of September. It was a judged but not competitive performance. And then we were out at Cedar Rapids for the Bands Across the Prairie contest. And I don't remember, the September 29th, and we ended up with first place there and best color guard. And then that evening we went over to Urbandale and also got first place, best color guard and best percussion. So it was a really good weekend for us. And then the following weekend we were out at Valley Fest and ended up in third place in Class A, and we were the second best band from the state of Iowa, second only to Waukee by only 1/10 of a point.
If people don't know how competitive the band is in this part of the state, it's extremely we're sitting here, we can see you were sneaking a peek there at the Valley Marching Band, and you talk about Waukee and you talk about Johnston. There are just great bands at all of these schools. Southeast Polk, everybody just brings it every single night. Now we've got 4. Is this something that we haven't seen?
This is what you haven't seen. The pink boxes that are on the field right now, that's a stretchy fabric that we've brought in to keep the box theme going on, but also provide a different visual interest for us on the field. So you'll see they're in the middle by the pink boxes, and then the guard is spinning the silver flags, which go with the silver boxes in the back. So there's always this constant connection throughout the whole show. And then there's X's on the outside of the field to put that box, because we spell it BACHXED, into the mix.
All right, tomorrow, what time do things get started here at Ankeny Stadium?
Tomorrow at Ankeny Stadium, we have the Mid-Iowa Band Championships, which start with the opening ceremonies at 4:45. The brass players from both Centennial and Ankeny High will be playing the Star Spangled Banner to kick things off, and then our first competitive band starts at 5 o'clock tomorrow night.
And it'll go, we could be here till what, 11 o'clock?
The award ceremony is at 10:40. So you're going to get 19 great bands from across the state and one from South Dakota. And you get to see both Ankeny bands march in exhibition tomorrow night as well. So 19 bands. It's going to be a great show.
And we're getting the rain out of the way here, by the way,
yes,
for tomorrow, right?
Yes. This season has been so full of rain.
All right, now I'm going to make you be a judge. How'd they do?
They did a great job. What I'm so proud of with this band this season is, since our competition at Valley last Saturday, which I need to go back in that, along as with getting third in our class, we also won the best drum major category. So back to those 4 kids that work so hard and come on and off the podium. But since Valley, we've only been outside to march one day this week because of the weather. So the fact that they just executed that so well with only one day to get their feet under them is pretty incredible. So these kids just work so hard, and marching band is really important to them, and they just give it their all every time they're on the field.
With 200 strong, it's clearly a dedicated one. And now I love to see the shirts that say "I'm with the band." It takes an incredible amount of volunteers and parent staff to help make this work as well.
No question, we have the best parents. I know every band director says that, but I am full on saying that we have the best parents in the state, because they just do so much. Watching them work right now, taking everything off the field, they're so great. And this Ankeny band staff, I am truly blessed to work with some really, really great people, and they just do such a great job. We all have our role in making this program work, and it's just a pretty incredible experience for all of us.
Fantastic. Jennifer Williams with the Ankeny Marching Band, thank you so much for commentating on this. Next time we need some commentators for Marching Band, we'll call you up right there.
Absolutely. Come out tomorrow night here to Ankeny Stadium, 5 o'clock. Check it out.
Dan Holm from Ankeny Fanatic will join us next. This is Halftime, CISN.TV.
Building a strong community doesn't happen overnight. It takes a vision for the future, the ability to turn a challenge into a success, and individuals who inspire new generations of growth. Greater Des Moines has done a lot of growing over the years, and so have we. At Brick Gentry Law, your success is something that we create together. Thank you for making us a part of your community. Thank you for 50 years.
Seal, it's about trust. Whether I'm buying a car, hiring a contractor, finding a tax preparer, or an honest mechanic, the Better Business Bureau seal means this business meets high standards. When I see the seal, I know I'll get what I pay for. No more taking chances and no more worries. And I feel good about supporting local businesses. My life is so much easier knowing I can always trust BBB accredited businesses. It pays to look for the seal. See for yourself at bbb.org/Iowa.
Hey everyone, this is Dan Holm with Ankeny Fanatic. Be sure to check out our website this fall for the best local high school sports coverage around. Whether you're a Hawk or a Jaguar, we'll be covering everything from cross country, man that dude is fast, to volleyball and everything in between. Well hey Kenna, welcome back. You don't want to miss any of the hard-hitting action. Come visit us at AnkenyFanatic.com. Hey everyone, this is Dan Holm with Ankeny Fanatic. Be sure to check out our website this fall for the best local high school sports coverage.
Back here at halftime, Paul Yeager and Dan Holm from Ankeny Fanatic. And didn't have you last Friday. You were a busy guy. Hold, get that microphone up, Freddie. See, you're not used to putting that headset on. Put that thing right there.
There we go.
There you go. Now he can hear you. Busy golf and then pretty good football game last week, too.
Yeah, it was. Boy, I didn't thought it'd be a good game, but boy, Fort Dodge really made it interesting. Yeah, it was quite a game.
And then today, what have you been doing?
Just a lot of riding today with the cross country meet from last night, the conference cross country meet, and then just planning some things for the next week.
So AnkenyFanatic.com is where you can read Dan's work, and the podcast, I have to admit, I did not listen yet this week. Who's on?
We talked some swimming this week with the swim coach, Michelle Stout, and then one of our top swimmers, Jasmine Rumley.
I was just going to say, I would imagine you were talking about Jasmine.
Oh, yeah. Talked a lot about her and some of the other kids. Yeah, they've got a good team this year.
They had a meet, I believe, was it Tuesday at Johnston?
Yes, Tuesday. They beat Johnston, so they're 5-2 now in the season. Having a real good year. Looking forward to the conference meet next week.
So I've heard about Jasmine as a swimmer. She also plays softball. She is one of those that hasn't spent a ridiculous amount of time in the pool, but you wouldn't know it by watching her in the pool.
Right. She's one of the best all-around athletes, Ankeny's has probably ever had. She also runs track. She could probably go to college and do any of those sports if she wanted to.
The heptathlon type athlete, that type?
Yeah, she probably could.
Yeah. Okay, so swimming. There was also a volleyball match. I believe Ankeny played at Johnston as well this week.
They won. Centennial won over at Urbandale, so they both wrapped up their conference season. They finished 1-2 in the conference, so it was a nice year for both of them.
In talking with people about volleyballs, we're getting ready for tournaments and postseason. Nobody wants to play Centennial right now.
No, they're rolling. It seems like Centennial, Cedar Falls, and Valley are the top three teams, and there's a clear gap between those three and everybody else.
And that's what I heard is Cedar Falls still might be the best team. Valley may not have as many pieces, so Centennial, and let's not rule out Ankeny as a possibility, too, to make some noise at state.
No, Ankeny, I think they're just a cut below those top three, but they could certainly get to state as well, I think.
All right, so you were planning some other stories. What do you got coming up on the site next week we can look at?
Well, it's going to be another busy week. There's a lot going on. Volleyball regionals don't start till the following week, but there's the district and regional cross-country meets will be next week. There's also the conference swim meet. I'm going to be taking a road trip up to Minnesota to do a podcast up there, so that'll be fun.
There's a couple of Ankeny connections at the university.
Yeah, we got Megan Gray playing soccer and Kendall Lindemann playing softball, so I'm going to have a chance to catch up with those kids.
And Megan's playing already this season. I think she scored a goal. And
having a real
Kendall's
good year.
probably had a pretty good fall. You got to play some softball in the fall and to get ready for the spring. So this game, 24. We've got it unofficially 24 passes for Sioux City. They're throwing the ball a lot, but coach is still worried about Cobbs, number 3. He's a pretty good athlete.
He is, yeah. I was looking at their stats today, and North can certainly move the ball and score some points, but they just can't stop anybody, can they?
No, they can't. And, Boyd's had a pretty good all-around game. Bauer's throwing the ball. Breck's had a couple of drops. And if that's the case, I think we're at a higher score than we have right now.
Yeah, it could be already above that 35-point margin if they had scored again there.
What else are you seeing in this first half?
It's about what I expected. I figured Ankeny could pretty much do what they wanted on offense. And like I said, if they hadn't dropped a couple passes, they probably would have had a couple more touchdowns there.
So next week, Centennial plays Sioux City West here. Centennial, the 1 seed, almost locked up. Ankeny still has that chance to make the playoffs.
They do. I've heard some different things. One person told me that they thought if Ankeny wins these last 2 games that they would be in. I think that remains to be seen. But, if they do get in, they could have another matchup with Centennial.
Wouldn't that be something? And it would be here because Centennial would be the home team. Dan Holm, read his stuff on the Ankeny Fanatic. Download and subscribe to that podcast. And follow him on Twitter. What's your handle again?
Dan M. Holm.
Dan M. Holm. HOLM, right?
Yep.
Follow Dan. He's always good for the information, whether it's Ankeny or Centennial. We're at halftime. Second half coming your way next.
There's really only one steak place that has the best steak. The most tender, most flavorful, mouth-watering steak. A place that makes the choice to serve you the best choice. Because we believe there really is no other choice. Hy-Vee Choice Reserve. Premium, hand-selected, 100% natural beef. Hy-Vee Choice Reserve. Because our choice is your best choice.
Every month or so, there's another story in the media about when and how often we need to get our mammograms. Kind of confusing. When this happens, I like to consult with experts. So I called Iowa Radiology. They recommend women get an annual mammogram starting at age 40. They know that it's the best way to detect cancers early and save lives. And that's good enough for me. Visit iowaradiology.com or call to schedule your mammogram. Iowa Radiology, our focus is your good health.
Think they know what special means. At Godfather's Pizza, we do special, and we do it better. We add the T. There's a Godfather specialty pizza with your name on it. Classic combo, all meat combo, hot stuff, taco, yeah, even veggie and more. All of them piled high with the best toppings and 100% real cheese. Treat yourself special. Order specialty pizzas from Godfather's Pizza. The other...
Hi, Ron here, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car's on the injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible. I know that. That's why you need to bring it here to Westside Auto Pros. I have a team of experts that can fix almost every automotive injury. Whether it's a fractured joint, a brake, or if your car just got its bell rung, no problem. We can even do a complete physical on your car to make sure it's game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get it back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging it back here. Let's move it, move it, move it.
Back here at halftime as we are in the final seconds before we begin half number 2. Ankeny leads 41-7. Jeff Brooks just had a chance. In fact, I see he's over talking with Coach Moore right now, getting some information. We'll hear from Jeff in just a moment. Sioux City North scored on their opening possession, but since then it's been a kind of a struggle as their quarterback, Matt Hagan, he has thrown the ball 24 times and completing about 50% of his passes. But, Tim, it's kind of been a hard row for him, hard road to hoe, whatever you want to say it. Row your boat, that's the Minnesota way. I was talking with Dan there. But let's bring in Jeff Brooks. He just had a chance to talk with Coach Moore. What'd you learn, Jeff?
Yeah, so Coach seems like a really nice guy. His thing is just like take advantage of your breaks when you have them, keep that momentum, make plays, and just stay positive with things. The message he had, he said to me was, we've been here before. We know how to work this and make it a positive out of what's a negative right now. So look to see the momentum on their side to stay positive and to keep fighting and finish this game out.
Coach is a native of Genoa, South Dakota. He's also coached down at Pekin, and now he's been up at Sioux City North. His guys, Tim, as you look at Croman Hoke, 5 carries, 24 yards, unofficially from our stat crew of Noah, Levi, and Henry. They're trying to keep up with this game, and I knew it would be kind of a tough battle. But the thing to point out, if you listen to what Coach Nelson said about Ankeny, 6 straight drop passes in the second quarter for Ankeny.
Yeah, they kind of went flat that second quarter. I think they kind of had the game.
Oh, we got to take a quick break. The kickoff to start the second half when we come back.
You want to get stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community. You want to get...
A strong community doesn't happen overnight. It takes a vision for the future, the ability to turn a challenge into a success, and individuals who inspire new generations of growth. Greater Des Moines has done a lot of growing over the years, and so have we. At Brick Gentry Law, your success is something that we create together. Thank you for making us a part of your community. Thank you for 50 years.
Why do I look for the seal? It's about trust. Whether I'm buying a car, hiring a contractor, finding a tax preparer, or an honest mechanic, the Better Business Bureau seal means this business meets high standards. When I see the seal, I know I'll get what I pay for. No more taking chances and no more worries. And I feel good about supporting local businesses. My life is so much easier knowing I can always trust BBB accredited businesses. It pays to look for the seal. See for yourself at bbb.org/Iowa. Why do I look?
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at MidAmerican Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
They'd be wide open.
Well, they've got Sioux City North has 3 receivers. Now they're going to go to the trick play.
Oh, no. They tried it. Oh, no.
And that'll be 15, and that is going to be close to the first down. Dude,
yep,
you
they'll
can't.
get a first down.
Lost focus on that play. 7:26 to go. Welcome back here to our feed at Ankeny High. Thank you for standing by. And if you're watching us on the replay, this is video 2. Go back and watch video 1 if you want to see how video 2 turns out. Right now, Ankeny has had their defense out on the field as Sioux City North has been moving the football in a drive that started back at their 20, and that was going to be a 4th down, but Ankeny lost focus, had a personal foul, and that will extend the series and give Sioux City North a fresh set of downs. Trailing 41-7 at 7.5 minutes to play in this contest, and it will bring in Jeff Brooks in a moment to reestablish everybody in this game, brought to you by MidAmerican Energy. They're going to try to do that throwback pass again to Hagan. Cale Connor took the handoff and then just couldn't quite make it. Jeff, looks like you lost your help. What happened there?
They went to the haunted houses. No, so watching earlier, I noticed Hagan had came off with a cramp earlier. They had to run a couple of plays of Wildcat. kind of really got their drive started here, and it's marching down the field right now.
So Hagen moves his running back Hansen, and then they throw to the left side down the sideline, gets behind. Frericks, the intended receiver, incomplete.
They got a little tempo in there. We helped him with the 15-yard penalty, but this is kind of how they started the first half. That's the first time they really tried to throw downfield in this drive to start the game. They kind of do a nickel and dime and kind of getting some short passes in there. Running plays, actually, the running game has been pretty decent for them. So see if they got him in a 3rd and 10. See if the defense can be smart, make a play here and get a stop.
Hagen flushed, rolls out, giving chase, and making the tackle is Peyton Terry. What a play. That guy came from the far side of the field and really made his presence felt.
Yes, you kind of got the Griffin came in there kind of a little deep there. The quarterback duck got out. But Terry, we kind of talked about him. He's kind of come on here. He's a senior, playing well. He's got some speed there, and he had some closing speed on the play there on the quarterback. Got him out there and kept it for only a 1 yard, actually a 1 yard loss. Now bringing up 4th and 11 to kind of see what Sioux City North has here on offense.
Barring a penalty, if they stop him this time, that's what Ankeny defense looking to get off the field here. Hagen, here comes the out and up. Griffin giving chase. The throwaway incomplete, nearly intercepted by the Hawks. Cooper Cox making the dive. And it'll be a turnover on downs, and the Ankeny offense will come back out onto the field.
Well covered by the defense there. They kind of have everything kind of covered. Really nothing for what the quarterback to do, but to kind of throw it low and in the ground, not to give up you don't have a pick and have a return it. So good. The defense stiffened up there. They kind of came out a little flat, kind of playing. Coach kind of talked about that. Just need to make plays and be smart. And kind of see how the offense does here, because the later second quarter, they kind of came out, had some drops. Kind of got lackadaisical, kind of going through the motions, kind of see what they do here on this drive.
They go tight formation, and it is still Bauer. There's Cale Boyd, and Boyd into the secondary. He just runs past everybody. That's one of his best runs of the entire season right there, Tim. Not a touchdown, but he just flat out ran hard and just said, "You stop me."
And that's straight up the middle. That's when your line is doing a good job. You're running inside the tackles. You're getting that kind of yardage. There's some good blocks going on there. They're kind of getting into that, linebacker level and creating that hole.
I had somebody tell me this week that they really are impressed the way Boyd has developed as he gets the call again, almost the exact same play and almost the exact same yardage as Boyd gets his way inside the 20. They were really impressed with how hard they felt he runs. And it could just be that some defenses, to us, it just didn't look like he was having harder time in between the tackles. But that play was almost off tackle, right outside, and he really found another gear.
He's running full speed by the time he hits the offensive line.
Handoff on the jet sweep and running left side, getting close to the end zone is Jordan Cum. He's going to be stopped at the 1.
Got out there, being escorted by the receivers, picked up their blocks. I think, Brecht was out there, picked up a good block and got it down to the 1 yard line. So good offensive line play and a good mix-up, fake run too. They're expecting, Boyd on the carry there, and Cum got a good play.
I think it's Cole Pearson, number 9, on the turf at the 1. He's a 6 foot, 170-pound junior linebacker.
Whether you're telling me, Cum had a really good drive there. You're talking about Boyd running, and you're mentioning how fast he is. He's one of the. I don't know if he with his track background, but when he runs, he's got a good forward lean. He gets his feet are moving. Feet are always moving, and he's kind of driving it. He's a hard guy to get a hand on tackle.
And I don't know. And I was going to tell this story earlier, and I just didn't get a chance to. I don't know if it was. I thought it was Boyd. but it might have been Brecht and how fast he was. There was an interception, and he chased the Dowling defender down nearly after like a 60-yard run. He was the only guy to chase one of the fastest guys in the stadium down. There is some speed if you can just get into the open for this Ankeny team. Hawks have the ball, 1st and goal from the 1. Big formation. They do give it to Mello Gray, but before the snap, there is a penalty flag. That was going to be a touchdown for Mello.
I don't know if the linemen are trying to get in the way or trying to get out of the way, because they saw Carmelo or Romello in the backfield there. They did give him the ball. Is that the refrigerator play?
That is. Actually, it's against it's against the defense. So maybe Mello's going to get the call again. It's even closer. Still be a 1-yard carry. The dive to Mello Gray. Touchdown, and the sideline goes crazy.
He's in the books.
You know, Romello Gray, 6'2", 315-pound senior, gets a touchdown on senior night to put his squad up here and in control of this game, as we will now have a running clock from here on out. The kick is good. 48-7, Hawks in the lead. This is CISN.TV.
Great price, great selection, great experience. That's what people expect today. What isn't expected is how hard we work after the sale to keep your business. Hard work, honesty, integrity, discipline, trust, character. These core values are why we grow every year and why we continue to acquire more dealerships. Experience the Schottenkirk way of doing business and come visit our new Ford dealership in Indianola.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game, Shields.
1-yard touchdown run, Romello Gray. A moment he will remember for quite a while. 48-7, Hawks on the lead. And that's a line drive kick that's going to be taken at the 10 by Connor. And Connor's going to try to find a seam and step out of bounds. And just short of the 20-yard line. So let's see here. The 5:40 mark, we now will have continuous clock. We had all the scoring in the first quarter except for a 5-yard pass to Grant Moeller in the second. And that was the last score we had. And let's see. So Niffenegger had a kickoff return.
And the drizzle is coming down quite heavy. That's going to get a little bit wetter out there. I can really see the mist. If it was 10 degrees colder, we'd have snow.
We had that this morning, and Jeff Brooks is shaking his head again at me. Jeff will come in after this play as the clock continues to run. 48-7. Stars come out. The screen again and nearly intercepted. And the crowd knew it here. I think they would have gone crazy, too, if Peyton Terry.
Well, he got a big bit of it. And there was 3 guys in there. He's trying to throw it over. And Terry is 6'2", 230. And he got up there and hit him right in the hand. And it's he'd had clear sailing. So good play, though. It's a good pressure on there. The defense is playing with some enthusiasm. I think they're kind of getting – they're not flat anymore like they had been before. So I think that kind of always gets the crowd going. So good play by Terry.
Second down for Sioux City, trailing 48-7 here in the third quarter. Terry again, and I think Hagan just absolutely just kind of lost it. And the crowd here is just kind of looking for a little Just dial that up just a moment. That's because
the ball, if it slipped off his hand, it probably went backwards. So now it's actually going to be considered a fumble. And the ball will go back to the 11-yard line. So a loss on the play, basically because the ball was a back lateral, and it goes out at the point.
So just when you think it can't get much worse for North, it does. 3rd and 18, 3:40 left to play, third quarter. Hagan comes some pressure near the goal line away, and the closest receiver was Cobbs. But trying to pick it off and going on a good dive is Keen Valentine.
Terry, what they're doing now is that the 3-man front that Ankeny normally runs, they're basically going with the 1-down nose tackle, and then the 2 ends are actually standing almost like linebackers. Terry on that play, because he's kind of been disruptive, double-teamed, rushing from the outside. So they're picking him up, so really putting the pressure on here at the end of the game, right into this quarter.
All right, Jeff Brooks, you want to make the call? You ready to make that call right there on the sideline? I think we should.
I don't know about that.
He can call the punt there.
Yeah.
He's put the bag on the microphone.
It is. So it is officially a rain. It's not a mist anymore. So earlier, you saw Mello score that touchdown. You guys were talking about the fridge play. I believe in my interview last week, he called it the Mello wedge, if I believe that's what he called it. So they worked the bugs out of that one, and he got her in.
The Mello wedge. It's a good play.
Yeah.
Penalty against Ankeny pushes Sioux City North a little closer, and that kick goes straight up and goes 11-12 now, up about 15 yards to the 19. I don't know, Jeff, you're right there. Was there any tip on that kick, or was it they just hit Hagan?
No, but if he would have actually kicked it, it would have been blocked. So he just kind of had to short leg it out there, and that's all he could get on her.
All right.
Hayes Gibson in there. And last week I saw that there's like 3 times that he was awful close to blocking that punt. So once again, and he's a fast athlete. He gets from on the outside there. He can get in there. So good punt rush. The special teams have been playing well the last couple of weeks.
Under a minute and a half to play here in the third quarter. First team still out for Ankeny. Bauer throws towards the end zone. This time it is caught. Brody Brack, touchdown on the post. Gets another touchdown.
Yeah, Bauer put it right there, right where he can catch it. He just kind of went up there, hit him almost in the chest on that play. I think the coach, not trying to run up the score, but I think he's looking at, you had quite a few drops, end of the second quarter there. I want to see you do a pass and catch.
I want to get it in your head.
Yep.
You can catch the ball, and we can run that play. That's probably going to be the last time we see much of that first team, but we might see a lot of seniors. The kick is good, and the Hawks lead 55-7. This is CISN.TV.
There's no doubt about it. Saving feels great. At Mid-American Energy, we love saving too. Saving the environment by supporting tree planting, which improves air quality. Saving money by investing in wind energy, which keeps rates low. And saving you energy by providing tips to help make your home more energy efficient. Which means you can take those savings and put your energy into having fun. Saving definitely feels great. So does being obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Miss your hometown clothing store? The one that had it all? Everything to get the work done, all in one place? G&L Clothing is your hometown Iowa store. Stop in and see us, or we're only a click or phone call away. Family owned for nearly a century. G&L Clothing, 1801 Ingersoll, Des Moines.
G&L Clothing, your size, your style, we've got it all.
Hawks score again on a touchdown pass, this time to Brody Breck, 24 yards. 55-7, Hawks in control. Paul Yeager, Tim Halber, and a short kick. That's still live football, and Sioux City North fumbles it out of bounds. Don't think they really ever had possession. It went out at the 11, so we're going to just keep playing right there in front of Jeff Brooks. Got to tell you, Matt Hagan, he knew the situation. That guy's a gamer. Jeff, he flat out dove for that one because nobody else was going for it.
Yeah, definitely a live ball, and I don't know. And Hagan now is coming up a little gimpy. So
Holding that right.
We'll see how he goes on this. Right hamstring looks like he's holding, but like you said, he's a gamer. He's tough. He'll continue to play.
I've been impressed with his play. I mean, he's had a tough row tonight, but he's continually in there. He's clapping. He's trying to keep his guys going. On the read, they go back where the run is for Hunter Kromenhoek.
On the side, number 10, Colin Riggs.
Colin Riggs coming in at linebacker, making the play.
We might see Riggs at quarterback before the night is through, too.
Well, that should warm him up. Gain a tackle.
Well, we've played 3 quarters. The 4th, when we come back, Ankeny in control, 55-7.
Hey everyone, this is Dan Holm with Ankeny Fanatic. Be sure to check out our website this fall for the best local high school sports coverage around. Whether you're a Hawk or a Jaguar, we'll be covering everything from cross country, man, that dude is fast, to volleyball and everything in between. Well, hey Kenna, welcome back. You don't want to miss any of the hard-hitting action. Come visit us at AnkenyFanatic.com.
There's really only one steak place that has the best steak. The most tender, most flavorful, mouth-watering steak. A place that makes the choice to serve you the best choice. Because we believe there really is no other choice. Hy-Vee Choice Reserve. Premium, hand-selected, 100% natural beef. Hy-Vee Choice Reserve. Because our choice is your best choice.
Quarter number 4 begins shortly after 9:15 on Friday night. Last week, 2 hours, we had that game in the books.
Yes.
Good thing we did, because if we would have gone 2:15, it would have been a whole lot of wet everybody. That rain really came down. I don't think Jeff Brooks. Jeff, when did you finally dry off? Was it like Tuesday or Wednesday?
Yeah, it was right around there. I don't know. I'm going to tell you, though, right now that that I'm going to be glad when this rain stops, because I'm done with it.
Jeff Brooks on the Shields sideline report tonight as Sioux City North at second down. Hagan throws a nice big ball down the middle, intercepted, and no penalty flag. Nick Shirley, the INT. And I think the Sioux City North player thought Shirley shoved off to clear space. I think he might have a case.
Yeah, it's he threw it in a double coverage. Kind of went up for the ball. So I think he kind of let the guys play at this point of the game. That is Shirley's second interception of the year. You said Colin Riggs coming in at quarterback.
We've seen Riggs a little bit. Haven't seen Gibson since the opening game at quarterback. If something would happen to Bauer, I would imagine we'd see Gibson instead of Riggs. But, Hayes is playing a good secondary. That's Tyler Fromm. Under 11 minutes to play now. Valley in control of Ames, 45-0. Dowling rolling over Roosevelt. Centennial's leading Roosevelt. Dowling is leading. The RPI from the Iowa High School Athletic Association. Centennial, Cedar Falls, Valley, Iowa City West, Bettendorf. No Ankeny in their top 13 right now. And the ball comes out. No, sorry, that was Fromm. I thought the ball came out for a moment. Sorry. Still the scenario. Here's how it works. It's how you do, it's how your opponents do, and it's how your opponents' opponents do. Gone are, were you the I mean, if you're district champ, you're in.
Correct.
And after that, it's RP high. So what's going to happen is that rugged schedule that Ankeny played, Tim, against Centennial, Johnson, Cedar Falls, Dowling, is going to come back and help them.
Correct. You want to see them win. Actually, the teams you lost to, you want to see them win.
From got help from his big lineman, Carter Smith, there.
Yeah. Carter Smith, Jr., 6'2", 272. Helped move the pile a little bit, get him in there.
Hawks get the chains moved. 9:10 left to go in the game. So it all is going to come down for Ankeny next week at Sioux City East. Win, and you're most likely in. From corrals it and then runs it, and a late penalty comes in.
I know we're talking about that. There's a game last night out in eastern Iowa that
It's who? Chris Parks. Chris Parks, number 24. Thank you.
All right.
See, we passed the information down. That's the nice thing about this new press box, Tim, because they can pass it to us, and then they pass it down.
Is that or the people in front of us who have been correcting us? People in the stands turning around, correcting our calling. But we're waiting here. Last night, there was a Thursday night game. Davenport Central played Cedar Rapids Kennedy. They are ranked ahead of Ankeny. They lost to Cedar Rapids Kennedy. They knocks them back to 4-4. They were ranked 14th in the RPI. So you want to have some of those top teams come back down to you.
Parks carries it to about the 42. So if you want to start comparing some scores and look around here a little bit, Sioux City East last week against Dowling, that was not a game. But then you could say, well, Paul, Dowling wasn't much of a game with Ankeny either, 42-0 in that contest. But East has struggled to win consistently this year, and it's a very winnable game for Ankeny. And Parks is dropped behind the line of scrimmage after the handoff as we approach 7 minutes. So the way it could pencil out, you could still get Southeast Polk into the playoffs as maybe the 14 or 15 seed. Ankeny could be the 15 or 16 seed. Most likely, if the RPI is to be believed by the Athletic Association, Centennial would be the 1 seed. Ankeny could be their opponent, a 1-16, if that's how it works out.
Great. Southeast Polk at 2-5. They'd have to come in with the last 2 games. With a 4-5 team, even with the RPI rank, would be that's getting on the stretch. Depends how the teams above you do. You got some teams that are 4-3, lose 2 in a row, like Central, Davenport North. Ames is in there. So Pleasant Valley is 3-4.
And the way it's different this year now is it is about seeding, 1-16. So say Centennial was 1 and it was Cedar Rapids Prairie 16. Those 2 teams would play on opening night. It's no longer this East-West that it had been for years ago. The playoffs would be Friday night, Friday night, Friday night. We're no longer this Wednesday, Monday, Friday business to get 3 games in 2 weeks. Now we continue. We're having some issues with play clock.
Punt team coming out.
And Ankeny just runs the clock down, and they're going to...
Teams we don't see if on the eastern side, like Muscatine, Pleasant Valley. Muscatine, who's 4-3, who is right at the 16th seed, plays Iowa City West tonight, which are ranked number 4. Then they have Davenport North next week. So they have their hands. So at 4-3, they lose 2 in a row. That does nothing but help, Ankeny High.
McCann comes back out to punt it. Mikhail Boyd snaps it to him. McCann's high kick, kind of a knuckler, bounces at the 30, nowhere near where anybody was, goes out of bounds at the 27. All right, Jeff Brooks, I see your hand in the air. Is there something you'd like to say?
I could have got that one.
Were you called for the fair catch?
Yeah, I was right there. So, yeah, I'm noticing the same thing on the sidelines. I know it's a running clock, game's out of hand, but really there's, for a senior night, not much emotion over here. Shirley made a nice interception on, that series before to get the ball back. So let's see if we can't finish this one out.
Well, what about when Mello Gray scored his touchdown? How'd the crowd react to that?
Oh yeah, they like that senior night, big senior thunder, and in there, they crowd like that, and the players really rallied around that too. So that was a good moment for them.
All right, Jeff Brooks, we got to help Jeff out with our sideline report here, Tim. Let's see. We did Mello last week in an interview.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Got to go with the senior. I think we got to talk about that. New quarterback for Sioux City North. Cobb's still in there. He catches it. He's going to get about 5, and then it's just flat out taken away. Ankeny on the defense there. Reese Pitts just took that away from Cobbs, ran it the other way, 45 yards for a touchdown.
Fitting Reese Pitts, a senior night, takes the ball away, scores a touchdown. Got to really be happy for him.
Well, I think I know who we're talking to now.
Yeah.
Reese Pitts, number 5, the senior.
He heard you talking.
He did hear us talking.
He goes,
Well, let's see. Let's look at here how we scored. Well, Niffenegger is a senior, and he returned the opening kick for a touchdown. He set the tone.
Yeah. Then he was on a number of series. He had several catches tonight. I think he's in the running. He's stepped up.
What do you think, Jeff? How are we standing? How's that sound?
Yeah, sounds good to me. I was just trying to watch. I'm sorry, I was interacting with the ref right there. They couldn't get a ball to get in place, so I was kind of watching that circus. I got to be honest with you. I missed a little bit of what you were saying. So recap that for me, and I'll go with it.
We will after the break. Ankeny leads 62-7 on CISN.
Every month or so, there's another story in the media about when and how often we need to get our mammograms. Kind of confusing. When this happens, I like to consult with experts. So I called Iowa Radiology. They recommend women get an annual mammogram starting at age 40. They know that it's the best way to detect cancers early and save lives. And that's good enough for me. Visit iowaradiology.com or call to schedule your mammogram. Iowa Radiology, our focus is your good health.
The other guys, they think they know what special means. At Godfather's Pizza, we do special, and we do it better. We add the T. There's a Godfather's specialty pizza with your name on it. Classic combo, all meat combo, hot stuff, taco, yeah, even veggie and more. All of them piled high with the best toppings and 100% real cheese. Treat yourself special. Order specialty pizzas from Godfather's Pizza.
Who's captain tonight? Do the
Oh,
captain.
hey, hi. We're on the air.
Oh, we're on the air.
We're on the air. We just have conversations.
Yeah.
So
just keep babbling.
We'll keep babbling in case you're watching. That's great. That's the fun of this. Okay. So Jeff Brooks on the sideline. We'll go with him in just a moment as the kickoff is going to be taken at the 10 by Connor. Connor still on his feet, across the 30. All right, Max Griffin. Was he a guy we talked to at all yet this year, Jeff?
Yeah, I think we got him the very first night.
Yep,
You guys were right on that.
Tim was right on that. All right, so we've got Reese Pitts or Connor Niffenegger, with his return for a touchdown.
Yeah, I like both of those. That's not bad picks. You mix it up. I heard you guys up there too. You like the offensive line. There's a lot of good things we can do, but we haven't had either one of those two, and they're both seniors, so sounds like a plan.
Gavin Hagee, the quarterback for the Stars. And now he has a couple of new guys next to him. Desmond Grace II is behind Haig. And that's who gets the ball. And then is quickly stopped.
Number 81, Desmond Grace II.
Bryce Peterson.
Number 41, Ian Beardsley.
Not sure that was Beardsley. We're all over the place here tonight. The pass is tipped and intercepted. Picking off the pass for Ankeny, Mo Watson.
Now he mentioned his name.
Mo the junior playing center field, and if you weren't leaving for the exits now, that'll do it. Under 2 minutes to play. Ankeny's just going to have to run a couple of plays, and we'll call it a night. Next week, Tim and I will be gone and on the Centennial call. Keep an eye out. We will have that game, Sioux City West and Centennial, will be here on CISN from Ankeny Stadium. I think I know who it is, but I probably shouldn't say, so we'll just keep an eye on that. But game at 6:45. But Jimmy and Jennifer will be here. Hopefully inside. You glad you're inside tonight? Yeah. Yeah, it's chilly, but here's the thing. Forecast for next week looks much better, at least on Thursday, as the handoff and then quickly dropped is Gage Bauer all the way back to midfield. He's going to lose 5 on the play as we approach the 1 minute mark. And then we're still working out our playoff coverage plans. So you could still see some games here on CISN.TV, so keep an eye out for that.
Unless something drastic happens, we should expect to see Centennial hosting a first-round game here at in Ankeny Stadium.
Actually, I think they would be hosting 2 before they go to the Dome. And, boy, no chance there on the run-pass option for Colin Riggs. He had no option but to go down. And the Hawks go back another 5 yards, but that is going to be the last play of the game as they wind it. The clock, 62-7. We'll have handshakes. We'll have some interviews. We'll see who Jeff Brooks can shake out for us. Ankeny wins tonight. They are at 500 for the first time since the opening night. 4-4 go the Ankeny Hawks with a 62-7 win here at Ankeny Stadium. We're back in a moment with our post-game show here on CISN.
Great price, great selection, great experience. That's what people expect today. What isn't expected is how hard we work after the sale to keep your business. Hard work, honesty, integrity, discipline, trust, character. These core values are why we grow every year and why we continue to acquire more dealerships. Experience the Schottenkirk way of doing business and come visit our new Ford dealership in Indianola. Great.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
There's no doubt about it. Saving feels great. At Mid-American Energy, we love saving too. Saving the environment by supporting tree planting, which improves air quality. Saving money by investing in wind energy, which keeps rates low. And saving you energy by providing tips to help make your home more energy efficient. Which means you can take those savings and put your energy into having fun. Saving definitely feels great. So does being obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Hi, welcome back. Post-game show. This game brought to you by Mid-American Energy. Our thanks to Hy-Vee, Schottenkirk, GNL Clothing. And let's not forget Shields for those sideline reports. They've been with Jeff Brooks all season long. Ankeny started with Connor Niffenegger on a 65-yard kickoff return for a score. 7-0. We only played 12 seconds. Then a touchdown pass of 25 yards from Hagan to Frericks. We were tied at 7. And then a Cale Boyd 44-yard touchdown pass from Bauer made it 14-7. We'd scored 21 points in 3:41. We kind of felt that pace we were at. And then Bauer, a 26-yard touchdown run 4-yard run for Boyd, and a 25-yard pass to Brody Brecht, 34-7, and that was just the first quarter. And then it was Grant Moeller with a touchdown pass, a run for Romello Gray, and a pass for Brody Brecht, and a fumble recovery for Reese Pitts. And our Jeff Brooks is down on the field with some stars of the game. Jeff?
All right, now I'm down here. I got Connor Niffernegger with me and
Reese Pitts?
Reese Pitts, yeah, exactly. So grabbed him. They all got away from me, so it's all good. So I was talking to Connor a little bit. Connor, kickoff return, opening the game, taking it back, and then I thought maybe second one coming back at you. Tell me what your thoughts were on that. So
the first one, I just caught the ball and just ran and did what I do, and then the second one, should have cut it to the outside behind Brody, but decided to take it upfield and just got tackled.
senior night, it's a big week for you guys. A lot on the line tonight. You know you got to win to get to next week, to get to the week after, hopefully. So what was your week like this week going into this game?
Knowing that was my first week back, really excited and hyped, and just got ready to get playing ball again.
So that was going to be one of my questions too. You're back on the field. How'd things work out for you tonight as far as everything? Did everything feel good to you tonight? Did it come back to you quickly? How'd that go?
I feel great. There's nothing wrong with me now, I hope.
That's perfect. So next week's a big week for you. You know, it's almost a playoff situation. So what are you going to bring to practice next week for the guys?
Just got to push them to work hard, and hopefully we get the dub next week too.
All right, man. Congratulations on a great senior night.
All right. Jeff Brooks is still on the sideline. Keep going, Jeff.
Yeah, so I got Reese with me here. So, Reese, great night for you guys tonight. They took the score down already, but it was pretty lopsided. Tell me about your night tonight. What went well? What was it like out there tonight for you?
I just thought that we were ready to go. I mean, we just played well as a team. We were well prepared. Hard week of practice. Just all around a good game.
Yeah. So lots of big plays out there, offensive, defensive. And for you as well, what kind of stood out for you as far as what was going through your mind during some of those times?
I just thought we made really explosive plays. Obviously, just shut them down. They didn't really get anything on our defense. Had some big plays on offense. Some big guys stepped up, some seniors. Got more playing time. It was a good time.
Yeah, so I brought that up before senior night. How was that feeling for you coming out here on the field tonight?
It's pretty crazy now that this is like one of the last games we'll play here, but I mean we got a good group of seniors, good leaders. Hopefully make the playoffs so we can do some damage.
All right, so next week, really that is a playoff game for you, I hope. We all hope. So locker room, what's that going to be like in practices this week? What's your message to the guys?
I think we all just got to bring energy to practice. We got to be ready to go. I mean, get all the guys healthy that may got dinged up tonight, and just high energy for the game.
All right, I'll let you get to them.
All right, Jeff Brooks down on the sideline tonight. Thank you so much, Jeff. And that is a happy Reese Pitts and Connor Niffernegger, who finished their Ankeny High careers tonight at this stadium. They have one more game next week. Still the outside chance they could play one more game here, but they would be the visitors if that was. Tim?
Yeah, we kind of thought they're evenly matched. They kind of came out, and that was a wild first quarter. I think they came out really strong. They were physical. I think they were aggressive on offense, so it's kind of good. They kind of got that lull in there. I think they kind of thought the game was in hand. But no, a good effort by them. They got the offense going, the running game going. I like to see, Boyd, this makes the offense go. And then we've seen the maturation of Bauer, that quarterback, having a couple passes.
Yeah.
He'd have much better stats. He had about, I would say, 5, 6, 7 drops tonight that really would have been big gainers.
And that was something Coach talked about at half, and they get a couple of passes to him in the second half and kind of get in his head that, I can catch the football. So, All right, Tim, thank you so very much. Hope you had fun this season.
This was a blast. We get do it again. Hopefully do the playoffs.
We'll have to see how things all work out here on CISN. We'll keep you updated on Twitter and Facebook. But for Jimmy and Jennifer, thank you, and to Jeff as well, and our stat crew tonight, who put in half a night. So I think I'll only give them half a night, half a ride home for that appearance. Guys, you're out. Like 10 blocks to go. Good luck. But again, Ankeny wins tonight, 62-7. Next week, Centennial is home with Sioux City West, a game you'll see here on CISN.TV. For the crew here at Ankeny Stadium, so long. Hawks improved to 500 tonight with a 62-7 win.
Miss your hometown clothing store? The one that had it all? Everything to get the work done, all in one place? G&L Clothing is your hometown Iowa store. Stop in and see us. Or we're only a click or phone call away. Family owned for nearly a century. G&L Clothing, 1801 Ingersoll, Des Moines.
G&L Clothing. Your size, your style, we've got it all.
Hey everyone, this is Dan Holm with Ankeny Fanatic. Be sure to check out our website this fall for the best local high school sports coverage around. Whether you're a Hawk or a Jaguar, we'll be covering everything from cross country, man, that dude is fast, to volleyball and everything in between. Well, hey Kenna, welcome back. You don't want to miss any of the hard-hitting action. Come visit us at AnkenyFanatic.com.
There's really only one steak place that has the best steak. The most tender, most flavorful, mouth-watering steak. A place that makes the choice to serve you the best choice. Because we believe there really is no other choice. Hy-Vee Choice Reserve. Premium, hand-selected, 100% natural beef. Hy-Vee Choice Reserve. Because our choice is your best choice.